What is up, everybody? Didn't know I was going to be here today, guys.
Tuesday. Been on TikTok the day they choose and the rapture going up.
That's right. TikTok had, didn't you see the rapture stuff? Everybody thought today was going to be the rapture.
That's right.
Man, I didn't even know. I was calling around all morning, and I didn't know. I was talking to Rachel down there yesterday. She's like, if we're here tomorrow, I guess we're all sinners. I said, I know. Is it going to work like Santa Claus, where it starts out like on Tui Fui Island, just off the coast of Australia, and then like Santa Claus moves across the world? Is that how the rapture? I didn't know. It didn't work the way we thought. Thank God we didn't quit our jobs.
So who made this prediction?
There was a lot of people. It was everywhere. There were some serious people who thought this was happening. People that were leaving like their all their information for their family because they thought they were for sure going to go, and they didn't. So,
well, there's still 11 hours and
it was a specific
minutes.
time at 12 o'clock Jerusalem time. It was all supposed to be on.
Okay.
And it didn't happen. So,
yeah.
But we made it. So I knew Belle was going to be here. Oh,
that's hateful.
Rapture. Oh, my Lord.
Great song.
Phenomenal. Not a one-hit wonder, by the way.
No. Blondie, definitely not a one-hit wonder.
She's still doing it. I saw her on, where was she the other day? She was on stage a couple weeks ago. I mean, she might have been in Glastonbury or one of those things like Tea in the Park in England.
Yeah,
well, she's still touring pretty regular. I mean, her and Chris Stein.
Yeah, because one of the guys, right, like the drummer, he just passed away.
Yeah.
So
does she still have her original band?
Most of them, yeah, right? Except for
the guitarist is, I don't know if they're married or not, but she's been dating the guitarist for like 40 years.
Wow.
Cool.
Rapture. Well, it happened. There were some people that were serious about this today. I'm talking serious.
Rapture update. As of right now, it's 12:30 a.m. Tuesday in Sydney, Australia. It's 2:30 a.m. in Auckland, New Zealand. People, what's going on over there? Tell us, is y'all raptured? Is it a rolling rapture like Santa Claus? Because, you know, in some hours, it's going to be Wednesday. When it gets later in Tuesday, it's going to be Wednesday for y'all and Tuesday for us. Tell us, Aucklanders, Aussies, has it happened?
They can't. They've been raptured.
Yeah, nobody...
You can't send a text after you've been raptured?
No. Well, you just found out earlier, too. One of the ladies says, don't bring any of the clothes you thought because Jesus doesn't have eBay. So, you know, it's so crazy how it was trending everywhere. Like, it really took off based on, I think, somebody in Africa, and then it exploded. And then the next thing you know, it's, trending on everything that the rapture's coming. And I'm like, I don't know if he's... I don't really think because and then there's always those people like when I was a kid. I don't know about you guys. Remember that guy that used to always buy billboards in like New York Times Square, and he would have when the end of the days are coming, and then it was like I got to go back to the drawing board. My math didn't math right. Everybody's trying to predict.
His math never seemed to math right.
His math never math right. Ever. I know. See, so Keith says people that didn't know what day that was talking about predicted it. Nobody, you're not supposed to know. And if now, when it comes to the aliens, I got a story for you guys. Because we've got a person she's some sort of conduit between them, Ken. I'm telling you right now. She's speaking to him. And there's another one coming behind Three-Eye Atlas. But it might not be what you think. Oh, it's all happening. It is. It's all happening. It is. Now people are saying, Chad, it can happen the 23rd, 24th, or 25th. So, don't look at me, guys. I didn't say it, okay? Don't get mad at me. It's just so incredible, though.
Kill the messenger.
Oh, my Lord.
Social media, baby.
Oh, it is. People, and it is so incredible how fast it can just take off. Because it went from nowhere to all of a sudden there was it was rapture talk all over. And then it was on, the reels. And then it was just Facebook. And it was everywhere. And everybody's trying to predict it. Some people are really serious about it. Other people are just going, really? So Yeah. To be honest, I didn't know anybody predicted until this morning. Oh, you should have known. You got to get on the right thing. They were using Common Core math. Oh, my Lord. So Kimmel comes back tonight, kind of, sort of. What, 60 stations he's down? You know, I was reading it. So he has 200 people on his staff. And unlike Colbert, they don't get paid as much, but unlike Colbert, while they lose money, they make money off Kimmel himself. Disney does. Because they rope him into doing a whole bunch of stuff. So that $15 million he gets doesn't come with just doing your show. Apparently, they make money off of him doing a whole bunch of other things. Like the Disney stuff, hosting the Oscars, all of this stuff, they kind of round it into, you work for us as much as you have your show. So I won't be watching tonight. First of all, I would only watch it if it was on at 5:30 in the afternoon. What time did you go to bed last night, Ken?
I went to bed probably right before 9 o'clock.
Ooh, late for you. What about you, Bell?
Probably about 10, but I never really got to sleep.
Yeah. So I went to bed about 10:45, stayed up, watched the football game. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a good night's sleep. This is it. I got everything planned, got everything knocked out. I already got a bunch of stuff. 1:45, wide awake. Just sitting there. Just going, I'm getting up. What am I doing? It's funny because Chris goes, because I'm like, how you feeling? He's like, I got 6 hours of sleep. I said, oh, that's good. I love 6 hours of sleep. He goes, yeah, it's not a lot. I said, I take that every day. That's like a week for me. I mean, he's like, really? I said, dude, there's days I don't sleep. And I mean, I don't. There was a couple days last week. I think I went out of 4 days, I maybe slept twice for a few hours. So bizarre. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's because I take Tylenol. I don't know. Did you get the Tylenol joke? Because the whole autism thing? What'd you think? Did you watch any of that?
Yeah, I did.
I was like, here's the thing with something like this. I was reading an article the other day about this guy who, it was a shark attack, actually. And they gave him aspirin, and he was allergic to aspirin. And that's what it caused him to eventually end up losing parts of his limbs. It had nothing to do with the shark attack. And he was in a coma for a long time because of it. If you give enough people enough stuff, you're going to find out there's going to be people allergic to all. There are people who are allergic to water. How weird is that?
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, that would be.
Water's in everything.
Yeah, your water. So it's this weird situation where we would love to find out what it is. And we would love to find out a way to reverse it, especially for nonverbal, because, I mean, I'm living it. My 17-year-old, she's verbal and she's high functioning, but, she's not. There is nothing. I wouldn't want to, and at this point, too, I wouldn't want to take, because she's a brilliant artist and she has all this stuff that she's incredible with. I wouldn't want to take that away from her, but, she's got it. You would take 2 seconds with her and go, oh, yeah, she's got it. Something. And the people that are nonverbal, I would like to see what some of this stuff is about. But once again, because Trump's doing it, it becomes political, which sucks. And because of, RFK Jr., it's also part of it. So you won't know. I'm sure there's probably 40 different things, and I'm sure genetics plays a huge role in a lot of this. And sometimes brains are just, rewired. This may be the future. This may be, maybe aliens. Like I watched that movie, was it Predator? The last Predator movie? And it was the kids with autism. They knew how to work all the stuff. And they were like, this is the future is these kids get it when we don't. Who knows? I don't know. But it's going to be interesting. I mean, and I said to Bell, is Tylenol the new Roundup? Is this going to be the lawsuit you're going to get every day?
Yeah, there'll be
commercials.
Commercials everywhere telling you to call a lawyer and who can get you a settlement.
I have every fourth or fifth little ad that I get on, when I'm flipping through TikTok or whatever, it says, "Hey, did you guys hear? There's $800 gazillion for Roundup. So if you used Roundup and when you were, you can get this." What was the other thing? What's the base? Camp Lejeune. right? That's that. And I feel like Tylenol is going to be that new thing where there's going to be those commercials are going to be on 24/7 talking about, did you take it? I want to come to, could it be vaccines? I think it's a possibility that there are some reactions to it. My wife swears that Finn, our oldest one, that everything, her demeanor changed within a day of getting vaccines. With my little brothers and sisters, it's so hard to tell with my sister because Tylenol was not the issue. The crack was, but not Tylenol. And the alcohol and stuff like that. None of the other stuff was. So it's hard to tell, because you can point to, and this is the problem too, is you don't have these control groups where everybody's the exact same. The genetics are the exact same. The environment's the exact same. It's sterile and perfection. That's why in these, like the two of the bigger groups they looked at with Tylenol were European groups. And they did it with siblings and based it on that. And they found virtually no correlation between Tylenol and whatnot. But you can't have that. That's what you need, is that perfection to get a real idea of whether or not this is something you're going to go with. But the fact that they want to get to the bottom of it, I think is awesome. I do. I think it's now. Will they? I don't know. Maybe AI will be a big part of that. I think AI is doing a bunch of stuff that is just so crazy when it comes to the medical world. What's the new thing now? They reversed the age of a monkey, and you could see it looking way younger.
I'm telling you, dude, Rod Serling, who did Twilight Zone, he was ahead of his time. All this stuff is they're like Twilight Zone episodes.
Yeah.
And now it's becoming real.
Yeah, it's creepy, huh? Right? Like, it's like, they always joke about this, The Simpsons or Family or any of these. Like, they were goofing around the other day. I was watching a Family Guy, and it was one where they had Bruce Jenner comes out for the troops, and he's got a boa, and he's like, hey, fellas. And it was like 10 years before he did it. They're like, oh, she looks divine. You never know, but Rod Sterling's right, man. Some of that stuff, woo-wee. A lot of stuff to get to today. It is Hot Take Tuesday. We got your hot takes for you. And remember, your hot takes are this. We don't do politics. Anything but politics. You can do sports. You can do entertainment. You can do any of that stuff. Hot Take Tuesday is something crazy. My first one was the Beatles. I said I thought they're very average. And my second one was it the Godfather? I thought the Godfather was boring. The movie that's on Paramount Plus, the show about the making of the Godfather, is far more entertaining than the actual Godfather itself. So if you have a chance, check that out. So it's Hot Take Tuesday, bunch of other good stuff. Trump at the UN was Trumpian, right? This is why Trump just looks right at him and says, you guys are useless, which is true. Talk about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Birch Gold right now, if you are a first-time buyer, you still have time by the end of this month to purchase. Now, here's the beauty of it. I want you to text the word Benson to 989898 now. When you do, Birch is going to get an info kit. If it's the first time you bought gold, you'll have an opportunity to get a rebate of up to $10,000 in precious metals, which is incredible. But you got to find out if it's right for you, and they want to get you the info. So you text the word Benson to 989898. They're getting it out to you. You take a look and have a conversation with them. It's that simple. Find out if you qualify. Maybe you've got an IRA or 401k just sitting there. It's not really doing anything. Some savings and just it's not really doing anything. You could roll it over to an IRA backed by precious metals like gold. Find out if you qualify for the rebate. It's a great opportunity. It ends, though, on the 30th of this month. So take the opportunity now to get the information. Text the word Benson now to 989898. Get the info from my friends at Birch Gold, the only ones I trust. And at this moment in time, with the chaos and craziness, you should take a look at what's going on and how you can protect yourself. Text the word Benson to 989898 now for Birch Gold.
33 people indicted for drugs, gang affiliation, firearms linked to one fentanyl overdose here in Middle Tennessee. I've got that for you at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
That right there is putting in the detective work. I tell you that right now.
Whew, I'm telling you, they're saying this was a big operation.
All because of one fentanyl overdose.
Yeah, that led to a 2-year investigation, and now today they're announcing 33 indictments and warrants out for 6 more people.
Ooh, man, that is crazy indeed. Hot Take Tuesday. We do it every single Tuesday. You know, we do our One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We're going to do Thankful Thursday, all this stuff. But Hot Take Tuesday is a take that is hot, spicy, but it's not political. It's not political. It's just something that you think, hey, you know what? I think the color blue is stupid. Whatever it is. Somebody just text in that they think, what's his name? Clint Eastwood really isn't all that. Was not really that cool. I understand that. I think he was a much better director than he was an actor. No doubt about that. So Hot Take Tuesday. All right,
that's a hot take.
That is a hot take. Let's start with you, my man, back there in the cheap seats. Hot take.
All right. Spiders get a bad reputation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do.
Simply because they look scary.
Yes, 100%. Spiders are totally needed.
I used to be terrified of spiders, and I still am. However, I've gotten to a point to where I don't like the smell of bug killer.
Oh.
So I've actually gotten brave enough to where I get my little ladder out on my patio, and I just pick up the little fellows and gals, and I just throw them over my fence.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So I'm not killing the spiders.
No.
I'm hoping they'll just go somewhere else and take care of pesky bugs.
I like that. So your hot take is spiders.
Spiders get a bad reputation.
Bad reputation. All right, Bell.
Peas, the food peas, is garbage, and it ruins any dish they're put into.
Not if you put ketchup on them.
No. I'm going to say this, man.
Any dish.
I love peas.
Well, you're gross.
You know what? That's your face. That's what I think of that. Your face. Ken Weaver would be a fantastic governor. That's not a hot take. He knows that. We're always having to stop him from running.
I'd be a terrible governor.
All right.
I'd be saying, I'm with you fellas.
What did you guys say? That's where we're going. Totally believe that. Goodness me. All right. My hot take. I've been thinking about this last couple days. I was like, should I do entertainment? Mm-hmm. And that was a big one. And then I was talking about, there was this one. At first I was going to go the Grateful Dead are the worst band outside of Phish in the history of music. But then I said no, because that's Pink Floyd. That's my hot take. Pink Floyd sucks. They're stupid. Their music's stupid. I've never liked them. I think The Wall was dumb. Ever. I've never liked Pink Floyd. And people who do, weird uncles. That's who like Pink Floyd.
Weird uncles.
Yeah. They're like, it's like Rush. People who love Rush. Weird uncles. Right? Like, the connoisseurs, the music connoisseurs. Oh, dude, you used to understand. Neil Peart was the greatest.
Man, Roger Waters is just trying to free Palestine. That's all.
Yeah, he's nuts. I don't know what happened to him.
He is nuts.
Yeah, there's a difference between, hey, you know what? I don't think we should kill all these people. And by the way, I'm going to wear a Nazi uniform up here to pretend like I'm Israel.
David Gilmour came out and said, I will never collaborate with him on anything
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. He got, he went crazy. Somebody, put peas in mashed potatoes. By the way, you could put cyanide in mashed potatoes, and you're like, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Those things are. Spot on, says somebody about Bell and his hot take. Ooh, chicken noodle soup straight out of the can. Pop the top and drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink chicken noodle soup.
Oh, thank God. Somebody said, Chad's spot on as well. Yes, it's just a stupid, you know what it is? Sometimes with me, guys, it's the people who like them that make it even worse.
I was getting ready to say I love Pink Floyd.
But it's, you know what I mean? Those people that are like every day, it's like, oh, Floyd this or Rush that or Geddy Lee or Neil Peart.
Or yeah, they don't call him Pink Floyd. They just call him Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd. Oh, You know who you are, people. You are. It's the reason I don't like the Lakers anymore, because a Laker fan. I couldn't stand Laker fan. I'm like, I hate you guys. Right? And it was always like everything was like, if you sit there and you're like, I'm not a big fan, they're like, oh, it's because you don't get it. It's over your head. No, it's stupid. I don't need a 12-minute song with kids singing on it. Oh, well, a lot of people are. Oh, Jay says I'm out of my mind. Bob Dylan. Yeah, there's another one. Though, you know what? If you ask Bob would probably say the same thing. I wasn't very good. I was high. Oh, so we got Ken liking spiders. Belle hates peas because Belle's a communist. And we can all agree that Pink Floyd is awful.
I don't agree with that.
What's your favorite song?
Comfortably Numb.
What about you, Belle? You seem like you got the long hair. You seem
and
like
run.
you like Rush.
Comfortably Numb and Run Like Hell.
I take Pink Floyd in small doses. I'm not a very big fan, but I do like, there are different songs I like.
I feel like everything was art, right? Like, but it wasn't. It was art for the sake of art. Like you watch Queen, it was rock opera, but it was for entertainment. I feel like a lot of times everything about Pink Floyd was about art, and you just don't get it. It's over your head. You probably don't get Rush either. No, I don't. No. Neil Peart. The only kind of Peart that's good is for your hair. I don't have any hair, so it doesn't matter.
I remember Peart.
Neil. Oh, come on.
That's not actually how it's pronounced.
Peart.
Peart.
I know, but we're just messing with you, dude. Just get over it. God, you're one of those people. One of your weird uncles in the crowd. Talking about how much you love Rush. Man, I love Rush. Tom Sawyer, I love Rush. Wonder if they hate that song.
How can you hate the thing that blew you up?
Well, because you get to the point where, like, I remember watching Billy Joel said, I hate Piano Man. I've hated Piano Man for years.
Billy Joel said that?
Yeah, because he goes, no matter what I was doing, there's always 5 people in the front row going, sing Piano Man. And he goes, eventually I hated it. So there you go. There you go. There's our hot takes.
Whew, that's a hot take there, Brother Chad.
Oh, so hot.
I'm telling you, dude.
Fuego. Coming up, speaking of hot takes, Trump decided to take on the UN today. I think his monitor went out, so that's when this is when he gets real Trump, because he's not great at the monitor. And I always feel like he's a bit, like you could type anything, he's going to read it, where once he just went total.
Ron Burgundy.
He's so Ron Burgundy. And once the thing went out, he's just like, all right, let me tell you how I really feel. You guys suck. All of you suck. It's horrible. You guys want to get rid of cows. Stupid. You're stupid. Your country's stupid. I hate you. It was awesome. It was awesome. So much fun. Talk about that straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Looks like we've got some rolling roadblocks, and the left 2 lanes are blocked. 24 eastbound at Almaville Road in Smyrna. Drivers keep that in mind. That is backing things up all the way to Laverne. 33 people indicted for drugs, gang affiliation, and firearms linked to one fentanyl overdose in Murfreesboro. Police say warrants are out for 6 more people on charges ranging from second-degree homicide to fentanyl distribution linked to cartel activity. Meanwhile, in Texas,
El Paso police say a 15-year-old boy is under arrest accused of shooting 5 teenage victims overnight, ranging from 15 to 17 years old. A 17-year-old girl has possibly life-threatening injuries, while the 4 others have non-life-threatening injuries. The shooting happened at an apartment complex. Police say 2 groups of teens began arguing, looking like they were going to fight, when the 15-year-old pulled out a gun and started shooting. Alex Stone, EBC News.
While Jimmy Kimmel Live is returning to production, 2 large owners of ABC-affiliated television stations say they will continue to preempt the show. Sinclair Broadcasting says discussions with ABC are ongoing as it evaluates the show's potential return. And Nexstar says its stations will continue to produce local news and other programming relevant to their respective markets. Nexstar says in a statement that Jimmy Kimmel Live will still be available for its audiences on Disney-owned streaming platforms. And it was on and now it's off. No meeting between President Trump and Democratic congressional leaders to talk about government funding, The deadline of September 30th looming fast for lawmakers to pass funding and avert a shutdown.
President Trump says he's not going to meet with Democratic congressional leaders because a meeting would not be productive, calling their proposals to fund the government and avert a shutdown, quote, unserious and ridiculous. The president pointing the finger at Democrats, saying the minority party will be to blame if the government shuts down. On Monday, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told me what the White House wants to see.
We want a clean funding extension to keep the government open. That's all we're advocating for.
Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
All right, guys, I want to talk to you about my friends over at Contours. Cool Springs. Get over there and see them. They got the Belly Buster going on right now. Check this out. You go in to get the Belly Buster. You think to yourself, what's a Belly Buster? Okay, well, first of all, you're going to lose those inches, right? Your shirts, your pants are going to fit better. Guaranteed on your first go to lose 2 inches off your chest and your belly, or you don't pay a thing. But when you go and you buy a Belly Buster package, you're going to get a super facial that is not your spa kind of facial. It is 5 absolutely amazing sessions. It's like getting almost like a facelift with the lasers. It's incredible. It's a $1,500 value. You get it for free when you buy the Belly Buster package. Maybe you give it to your wife. Maybe you keep it for yourself. It's up to you. But it is incredible. So if you're saying to yourself, I want to feel better, I want to look better, they've got it. It's non-invasive over their Contours. They're going to take care of your body. Keith is the man, and you go in there, and I'm telling you, it's the most relaxing thing, and it just melts away. Next thing you know, the love handles are gone, the fupa's gone, you're feeling amazing, you're looking great. Call Contours today, schedule an appointment, 615-236-9960, 615-236-9960, or visit ContoursLLC.com to schedule. What do you got to lose? Butt inches and wrinkles. Ken, I was told I don't get it because you got to do a lot of drugs when you listen to Pink Floyd.
Not necessarily. I mean,
Well, if that's true, that puts you out of the running entirely.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, Brother Chad.
Yeah, that's probably not going to help me any.
No.
So, yeah, look, this is the way I look at it. If you have to be kind of high to listen to something, it's like if you have to explain the joke that many times, it's not funny.
Yeah, I like Pink Floyd completely sober.
Wow.
Always have.
That's a.
I don't necessarily believe that, but okay.
I have.
Sure.
I was listening to Pink Floyd in the 7th grade.
Whoa.
What do you think about that?
I just remember,
I was too young to buy pot.
like The Wall. That was it. Like, oh, no, because the story of they went to the little school. The school's doing a tour. If you guys know the story, the school was doing a tour, and they happened to be in the studio, and they're like, "Hey, could you sing some of this and have fun?" And then there was a big lawsuit later on because the kids are like, "Hey, we're on this album that got really popular." All in all, it's just
another brick in the wall.
So.
Yeah, now, Roger Waters and David Gilmour, I'm telling you, man, I know they don't like each other, but together, man, I freaking love them.
There's something about them, and that's part of the thing, right? It's like, what's it, Hall & Oates. They can't stand each other again.
Right.
But there's something.
Sad.
There's something about, and I think it was a week or two ago, they sorted everything out, I think. But they're still not pals or anything. But there's something about them being together that it just works.
And it's the brand name now, too. Nobody wants to see Daryl Hall solo or John Oates solo.
No. Well, and Daryl Hall, I mean, the only thing you see him in now is was it Daryl's House on YouTube?
I love those.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool. But you're not going to go, you don't want to go on, he's not going to go on tour and you're not going to watch him sing anything new. It's like, dude, we want to see Hall & Oates.
It just won't, it would not be the same.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, for me, it's like no Steve Perry. I can't do it. I got to have Steve Perry in Journey.
Yeah.
I love Journey, and Jonathan Cain's a great songwriter, great keyboardist. Neil Schon, excellent guitarist. But just for me, you got to have Steve Perry.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I guess I'm just hearkening back to my, younger years whenever I didn't stress about anything.
It's just so weird. I mean, to think that you would have that much disdain for another human being, that you would even go on stage with them at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's like, I'll stand way over here. That's so bizarre. Because you think you'd get over it by now.
It's what happens when you get money involved.
Yeah, no doubt. Like the Eagles. Remember the Eagles? It's like, all right, 2 of us are going to get paid, and the rest of you, we're going to give you a small salary and a per diem.
The rest of you, thanks.
Somebody said, I did a lot of drugs, and I still don't like Pink Floyd. That's okay. So, pork and beans makes no sense. That is interesting, pork and beans.
Yeah, because the pork they give you in the can, that's a travesty.
Yeah.
It's a piece of fat.
Yeah, it is.
It's okay, but there needs to be more of it.
So, Chad, you shared your lack of musical appreciation equals his low intellectual comprehension of concepts. Thanks. Just blast juvenile nihilism via AC/DC and other corporate anthems. Oh, my goodness me. It's that is funny. Corporate anthem. Because AC/DC, they scream corporate. like Gilmore and them weren't corporate. Come on. They
sang about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they did. They all sang about it while they're at Coachella or Burning Man. And you're like, hey, Burning Man, let's go over and check out the orgy tent brought to you by Microsoft. Oh, geez. Rolling Stones.
There was a tweet I saw one time from Rage Against the Machine. They're all really big socialists.
Yeah.
And Tom Morello somebody had tweeted at him and said, what's your favorite socialist anthem? And he fired back and goes, the next one you're going to write. And then I took a picture of a screenshot of the banner on the tweet, and it said all merchandise 50% off. It's like, yeah, that's real socialist.
Yes. It is socialist. You know what it is? When everybody, like when they talk about all these, like when Bernie's like, oh, why would it be like Scandinavia? Like that's, all that is capitalism with higher taxes for the upper middle class and wealthy. That's it. They're not talking, because they tried it. By the way, Sweden tried socialism in the 70s, early 80s. It bankrupted their country. They lost everything. That's the reason that everybody fled. You know, Volvo, everybody bounced, IKEA, because it was impossible. And everybody goes, okay, we can't do that again. So when everybody says they're socialist, they pretend they're socialist.
Plus, so many of these countries have farmed out their national defense to us.
Yeah, well, it's easy to be a socialist when your best doctor is an F-35. Always remember that. It's easy to have free health care and free college when you know Big Daddy's behind you. Right, Israel? Ooh, Chad. Speaking of that, earlier today, Trump at the United Nations, who was that comic that said, maybe it was Dennis Miller, said they couldn't break up a cookie fight at a Girl Scout convention. That's how bad the UN is. And I'm like, yeah, that's serious. That's how bad they are.
No more cows. We don't want cows anymore. I guess they want to kill all the cows. It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion. Climate change, no matter what happens, you're involved in that. No more global warming, no more global cooling. All of these predictions made by the United Nations and many others, often for bad reasons, were wrong. They were made by stupid people that have cost their countries fortunes and given those same countries no chance for success. If you don't get away from this green scam, your country is going to fail. And I'm really good at predicting things, you know. They actually said during the campaign they had a hat, the best-selling hat. Trump was right about everything. And I don't say that in a braggadocious way, but it's true. I've been right about everything. The carbon footprint is a hoax made up by people with evil intentions, and they're heading down a path of total destruction. So all of these countries are working so hard on the carbon footprint, which is nonsense, by the way. It's nonsense.
It's nonsense. We should all have a little bit of confidence like he has. As I was telling Belle, I said, to walk into every room and to look around and go, I'm the best person here and all of you suck. And I'm better than everybody. Everybody could use a little bit of that confidence. And then maybe Trump needs a little bit of the humbleness. But so many people have no confidence. Like, he's there today. You guys suck. I stop every war ever in the history of ever. I went back in time, stop wars. But he, you know, I mean, that's him. And he went after the UN. The UN is useless. It is. It's a place where they all come. It's a cake job. They make great money. They figure out how they can rob from everybody, mostly America and the wealthy countries. And the climate change thing, it's such a great scam because we tell all these emerging nations who have all of these things that we need to build our cars and our phones and oil, hey, you don't want to do that. Let us give you some money and we'll come in and do it right. And you won't have to do a thing. Yeah, that'll be good. Because we don't want competition and we want to own it. That's such what we have done. Let's see what else he's got to say.
No president or prime minister, and for that matter, no other country has ever done anything close to that. And I did it in just 7 months. It's never happened before. There's never been anything like that. I'm very honored to have done it. It's too bad that I had to do these things instead of the United Nations doing them. And sadly, in all cases, the United Nations did not even try to help in any of them. I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of each and every one of these countries, and never even received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in finalizing the deal. All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen. But she's in great shape.
That's so funny. That's all I got from you guys. You did it on purpose. The deep state, they want us to trip. My wife's not going to trip. She's got a banging body, and you guys knew it. That is just, there's Trump right there in a nutshell. That's him. And, when it comes to the United Nations, I have, just like the League of Nations, it's pretty much useless. Doesn't do anything. They sit around, they figure out how they can scam everybody. Everybody there gets wealthy. Remember the oil for, food and how many women they ran? Man, you want to talk about, if you think the Super Bowl runs ladies, the UN, big time.
During this event.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
General Assembly.
Goodness me. All these people coming in from all over. And then to top it all off, you got the guy from Syria here. If you don't know who he is, he used to run Al-Qaeda. Then he ran ISIS. And now he's the head of Syria. And we've got one of our guys who was pitted against him in the war on terror praising him today. I heard from so many veterans going, are you blanking kidding me? Really? It's nuts. But yeah, you're right, man. This time of year for this General Assembly, Trump probably thinks, man, do you imagine what I could do with all of this land here in downtown Manhattan? We just knock this thing over. I could put up towers. $1 trillion. Trillion.
Well, and when it comes to, pollution, that sort of thing, I mean, China and India, they're not necessarily bending over backward either.
No.
I mean, it's like, it just seems like the U.S. is always targeted, but come on, man. China and India.
They are when they went and signed the Paris Climate Accords, the way that if you've ever looked at it, and unfortunately I have, the way it is worked is China and India will start to reduce their quote unquote carbon footprint, their output and everything, when they reach a certain level of which they've not reached yet. So they can continue to pollute all they want, and they won't do it anyways. No nation merging from or having to feed their people or keep their people cold or warm or whatever it is, depending how hot or cold it is ever going to go, well, I'm going to just do this because it's the best for the environment. I don't care how dare you say that. It's just never going to happen. It isn't. All right, coming up, a lot of stuff still to get to. It is Rapture Day. We got our hot takes as well. If you missed any show, make sure you text at us your hot take, whatever it is. Remember, non-political. Keep it non-political. Okay? Just have fun with it. We did some fun stuff. My thing was Pink Floyd sucks and it's overrated and drives me crazy. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Prize Picks is awesome. Let me tell you about Prize Picks. First, download the app. Use my code CHAD. The minute you play your first $5 lineup, I'm going to tell you how to do that. You're going to get $50 immediately into your account. A lineup is 2 or more players. It's based on players, their stats, their projected stats. And it's more, it's less. Like, here's a freebie. Like Jalen Hurts this weekend. Do you think he's going to have more than a half a yard passing? It's kind of a freebie right there. I'm going to go with yes. Okay, now you pick another one. Different team. Maybe you think to yourself, will Aaron Rodgers have more than 210 yards passing, more or less, for 2 touchdown passes? That's how you set a lineup. Simple and easy to do. You can win up to 2,000 times your money. Download the app now. Use my code CHAD. Get $50 instantly into your account when you play your first $5 lineup. Go download the app. Use code CHAD. More or less. Have a lot of fun with it. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be 21 in Tennessee. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-889-9789.
For many of us, generators are becoming a must-have household appliance. From unpredictable weather to surprise outages, it's better to be safe than sorry. Generator Supercenter of Nashville offers fast and easy installations with 24/7 service and monitoring to all brands of generators and expert repairs done right. Our mission is to make owning a backup generator simple and easy. Visit your local store today or check us out online. Generator Supercenter of Nashville. We serve all Middle Tennessee.
"33 people in Middle Tennessee indicted for allegedly being part of a fentanyl network." We'll tell you about it at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Happy Rapture Day. If you guys didn't get the memo, today was supposed to be Rapture Day, but somebody got the math wrong. Their math didn't math right. So we're not going. Then we got the aliens coming. Wait to hear this story next hour. She's awesome. Because that Atlas thing that's coming, man, that is getting weird. It's getting weird. That was it the 3-Eye Atlas? I was waiting for Trump to bust that out today in the middle of the thing. Oh, and by the way, the aliens are coming. So what do you think of that, UN? What are you going to do now? Half of you are aliens. I know that. You would think that there would be aliens. And if there was aliens here, they would have to be part of the UN. What country do you think they'd be from? That's a big question. Are they lizard people?
No, those live in Nashville parks.
Oh, do they? Yeah, everybody's got a lizard people thing. What was it that Burchett last week talking about? We keep looking in the skies and they're not. They're coming from the ocean.
That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, they're like a squids, right? They talk about squids and octopus. There's something about them that is alien to what should be our planet. So maybe they're it. Oh.
Well,
I don't know, man, but they're coming.
They kind of look like spiders.
They do. Spiders, which was Ken's hot take. Spiders are good things.
They are.
Somebody said, what about the poisonous ones that kill you? There's not too many that can kill you. If you're gonna, even if you got bit and you got unless you're really old or really young, if you got bit by a black widow, you just be sick.
Yeah, like in the U.S., I think it's the black widow and in Oklahoma we call them fiddlebacks, but yeah, the brown recluse.
Yeah,
they can definitely do a number on you.
Yeah.
But now, like spiders in Australia. There's some spiders in Australia that'll kill you graveyard dead.
They've got the worst of the worst when it comes to, well, just about everything.
Yeah, they do. Man.
In the air, on the ground, doesn't matter. In the water, you're screwed. In a hotel, funnel back, watch out for it.
Yeah, the funnel
web and the what they call the redback. Better watch out for it. But that funnel web, woo-hoo-hoo, it will get you. It will. It is Chad Bench Show, Super Talk 997.
1 o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. We've got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Right now in Middle Tennessee, Murfreesboro police out with a news release. It says 33 people have been indicted on charges ranging from homicide to fentanyl distribution, all of it stemming from a single fatal overdose of a man in Murfreesboro 2 years ago. Since then, Murfreesboro PD says they teamed up with Metro Nashville PD, Smyrna and Laverne PD, TBI, and federal authorities, linking all this to cartel activity. They say they even intercepted 3 people planning to carry out a murder. Now, they claim this network operated out of Nashville and supplied possibly fentanyl to more than 3 million people, or possibly supplied fentanyl to 3 million people in Murfreesboro and surrounding areas. 33 people indicted, but they say 6 more still outstanding. President Trump addressing the UN General Assembly today, criticizing countries, including allies like France and the UK, for calling for a 2-state solution to end the war in Gaza.
Now, as if to encourage continued conflict, some of this body is seeking to unilaterally recognize a Palestinian state. The rewards would be too great for Hamas terrorists for their atrocities. This would be a reward for these horrible atrocities.
Trump said to be scheduled to meet with Arab and Muslim leaders to discuss his plan for ending the war and establishing post-war governance. Trump also mentioned his administration's immigration policy. He said other nations should do what he has implemented.
It's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. See, I can tell you, I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
And it comes as the Trump administration claims it's on pace to shatter records for deportation.
The Homeland Security Department says more than 2 million people illegally in the country have been removed or have left on their own since the president's inauguration in January. The majority of that number, more than 1.5 million, are estimated to have voluntarily self-deported, while more than 400,000 are said to have been sent out by the government under orders. Homeland Security says for the past 4 months, no one arriving at the border illegally has been released into the country.
As Stephen Portnoy reporting. Tonight, Jimmy Kimmel Live returns to the air after Kimmel's show was paused last week in the wake of comments involving Charlie Kirk's murder. We now know who the guests will be on the first show back.
As the show comes back on the air, actor Glenn Powell and singer Sarah McLachlan will be on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Powell promoting his new sports comedy TV series called Chad Powers. On Wednesday, actor Ethan Hawke and Abbott Elementary's Lisa Ann Walter will sit down on the couch with Kimmel. And on Thursday, Peyton Manning will be on. 2 large owners of ABC television stations, Nexstar and Sinclair, say they will continue to preempt the show in their markets.
That's Alex Stone reporting. And the latest news, weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Little thunder struck right there, corporate rock. There is no more corporate rock now because everything's AI. It's all AI now. That's where it's all coming. I can't wait. Who's going to have, is it going to be a rock band? Is it going to be a single artist that's going to be the first breakout star that's not real? And how do you build a story around that? And I guess you would do something like that band, the Gorillas, which is where you can have something on stage that's I don't know what it would be. I guess it would be almost like a movie theater, and people come see them sing. It's going to happen. It's crazy. The stuff that it's going to happen.
Be kind of like the ABBA concert where they just have digital avatars filling in for them.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was talking about, was it the Gorillas? Where they all stand behind the thing and they have but this wouldn't be anything standing there. So how do you get a picture with that? Oh, I'm excited and also terrified. So, what 3 jobs will be left in the future? How much money can we have?
HVAC repair.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I keep telling my son. Everybody poops. All that stuff. It's all happening.
Undertakers.
Oh, yeah. Well,
unless robots just start incinerating everybody.
Right there. And just hand you everything right there. Just, there you go. Here's your husband. What do you think of those apples?
Put him in his chair.
His favorite chair. It's exciting. Like the whole thought was we're sitting here talking about autism. The medical breakthroughs that are going to come from this are going to be so massive. But then there's the other stuff too that, we have to do this because we don't know what our enemies are doing. And I'm really curious, something that took place last week, which was shocking, and not a lot of people talked about it because there's always some, obviously with Charlie Kirk and then some of the chaos that goes on a daily basis. China told NVIDIA, we don't want to buy your chips anymore. What? Yeah, we don't want your chips anymore. We don't want your, and that was a big deal because Trump went and cut a deal where they could buy NVIDIA's chips, and that was a massive part of their market. And they said, no, we don't need your chips anymore, which means they've figured something out. Because to compete, you have to have these powerful chips. And even though these were second generation and we're on 2 different chips, it's still amazing that they would say that. So I don't know. I mean, AI is great, but like you said, man, what is going to be? It's dishwasher. That's going to, everybody says dishwasher. That's the easiest thing that can happen. I mean, I don't know what the ladies are going to do now that they lose their jobs, but still, that was something you would say, Bill.
I did not say that. For the record, that was Chad.
Yeah. So, but that's the first thing that would go. It's not very nice, Chad. Everybody relax. We're having a good time here. So but there's going to be a musical, I think within a year, we'll have our first #1 hit that is a fake band. That's not just on Spotify. We already have those. But I'm talking something that actually charts, blows up, gets huge, and takes off from there. Do you think you would Milli Vanilli it? Where you would want to have artists that look like the character and take them out like it's a show? I think that would be interesting. Poor Milli Vanilli. Milli Vanilli got caught up in that. I didn't think it was fair. Right? I mean, they got caught up. There were other bands long before them that did it. Boney M was that.
Pink Floyd didn't.
Yeah, no, Pink Floyd didn't, but they're awful, so it doesn't matter. But Boney M? You guys remember Boney M?
No.
The Rasputin song, he was young and remember Boney M? They were huge. The German guy sang it, and then everybody was Jamaican in front of him, and nobody knew the difference. It's crazy. Yeah, but there's a poor those guys, man. I look back on that day. I remember they won all those Grammys, and the next day they're like, yeah, we didn't sing any of these songs. That had to be tough.
And then they had video of them with vocal coaches trying to prove that they could sing them, and they Couldn't sing them.
They couldn't. And it's not hard, right? The girl, you know it's true. That's pretty much what they sounded like. But one was like German, right? And the other one was French. So their English was awful, both of them. Oh, my Lord. Yesterday, Trump wanted to make everybody aware that they think they've solved something when it comes to autism.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Is that okay?
I don't know. Is it?
Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol. During pregnancy can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good.
Not good. So now I asked Bell earlier, when can we take Tylenol? And apparently because we can't get pregnant unless a Democrat tells us we can get pregnant, we can take Tylenol whenever. I think I think too many people take Tylenol for certain things. I just like antibiotics. I mean, you don't need antibiotics for everything. But Trump was pretty sure this was like, this is the thing, Tylenol. I don't know what the answer is. I think it's 1,000 different things. I think genetics plays a huge role in it. I think there's a massive deal when it comes to genetics. Environment may play a role in certain areas.
Well, that, and they've expanded the definition to the point where they've turned the net giant so they can capture all these extra people.
It used to be like, now it's neurodivergent, right? Like everybody's neurodivergent. So, and then you've got the scale. You have the Asperger's, and then you've got, nonverbal, and then everybody in between. High functioning. The people on Love on the Spectrum? It's a great show. Telling you guys, it's great. If you've never seen Love on the Spectrum, go watch it. You'll fall in love with Abby. You'll fall in love with all of them.
All of them, man.
It's hard not to. You know what it is? They're the salt of the earth. They're really, those are God's creatures.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not. We're just a bunch of Rush rock and roll haters. But no, they're as pure as it gets, which is awesome. And, I was talking to my mom about this because I told her today. She goes, "Are you going to talk about this?" I said, "Of course." She goes, "You can make fun of the boys?" I said, "Hell yeah." She goes, "Good, give me a tape." Because my two little brothers they're autistic. And she messes with them all the time because we don't treat them any different than anything else. And because we want them to be, just like my little brother's in a wheelchair. People, they laugh when they see, we'll say stuff to my little brother in a wheelchair that would freak people out. He thinks it's hilarious because he will laugh. And because to us, he's just our little brother. I mean, he's got a trach and a G-tube, but he's just family, and we treat him like everybody else. But there's a perfect example. So with my one little brother, my sister did a lot of drugs and drink. He was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. He had all kinds of issues. My other little brother, she totally tried to kill, and it was a nightmare, and she should have died too. That was crazy. And then my other little brother, she didn't do a lot with. One is as an absolute mess. The other has all kinds of struggle, including what is, you would consider, a defiance disorder, operational defiance disorder, as well as he's on the spectrum. And then my other brother, not so much, and he's got issues. So it's kind of a crapshoot. And then our eldest, don't know why. Don't know why she has, she's on the spectrum. Could it be the shots, right? The 9,000 shots they give kids nowadays? Maybe. But, we got to look at everything. And we have the chance now to look at things, but we also have to try to figure out how do we take it out of, and this is where the one thing I would like to think as the walls break down with AI and it becomes less and less biased, that this will become an issue. Because the guy that is behind the Tylenol thing that they're sorting here, he had been paid to give evidence against the drug maker and against Tylenol already once before. So you start looking and going, okay, well, this is my frustration. Because people want to know, and is there a way to reverse some of it? That's also the big deal. And especially for the nonverbal, is there a way that they can start to reverse some of these things? They think there is. We'll find out over time. We are. This is the one thing about this. The one thing about science is eventually it's a put up or shut up thing. And you're going to have your stuff peer reviewed and run through a whole bunch when it comes to it being tested, your theories being tested, which is, I think, what a lot of people want to see. Trump, though, what did he say? What did I say, Bill? He said the Amish, they don't have it.
Yeah, the Amish actually do take Tylenol.
The Amish do take Tylenol, by the way. They will take it, especially if they've got bad fevers and stuff. They're not against medicine, especially they'll do at-home remedies, but if stuff gets serious, they'll take Tylenol. And they said that a couple of them who are on, Amish Talk, because they've got that as well besides Rapture. Have you seen Amish Talk? You would, Ken.
What's that?
The Amish TikTok. Have you seen the kid that is fascinated by the escalator?
I have not.
It is the greatest thing ever. Like you would think that we took him from he kind of lives in the 1700s.
Yeah.
But he was fascinating. And I think he was on Theo Vaughn last week because he's kind of blowing up because he's doing his little rumspruken or whatever it's called, where they go out and they tell him you go live in the world for a year and see if you want to live with us or them. And he still kind of lives like he's Amish, but he's just fascinated.
And he talks about all the music he loves, how he's into rap and all this stuff from the 90s.
It's like, I'm really into Bad Fish. Bad Fish, remember them? Some other bad. Good Charlotte. It feels like it's a 90s band. Is that Good Charlotte? They a 90s band? They feel like that. Everclear, Everlast, whatever they were called.
Everclear.
There was Everclear and Everlast.
Oh.
I believe.
Everclear was more of a rock band, though.
More of a rock band. Yeah. There you go. So it's good to see.
They weren't as good as Pink Floyd.
They weren't as good as that was my hot take of the day. My hot take.
Oh, they got a verdict in the Ruth trial.
Do they?
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
I wonder what it is.
Guilty and crazy. What was one of the things that he said? He said, they asked him about, he said something about, I was listening to, reading back some of the stuff, and it was like, he almost said, well, it could be me. I'm not sure. That could have been me over there.
Yeah.
I could have done that, but probably not because I'm a nice guy. I think he faces how long in jail? Like a very long time.
Not sure. Let's see here.
35 years?
He's going to, his first appeal will be, I had inadequate counsel.
Yeah. Well, that's the way you do it.
Life in prison.
Life in prison.
Yeah. In fact, he, let's see, says that he has already been sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Already?
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not.
He says it.
No, it says this is an AI overview of all the reports. It says Ryan Ruth was immediately sentenced to life in prison without parole after his conviction on September 23rd, 2025. But I'm not sure about that.
Well, I mean, it's...
because the verdict is just now in.
That verdict was in the minute he said he was going to represent himself.
Clearly, this has got to be another conspiracy theory that he was sentenced before the verdict came in.
Absolutely. This has got to be another conspiracy theory. We got a lot of stuff still to get to. It's Hot Take Tuesday. We're going to give you our hot takes coming up. We want your hot takes. Hot takes are not political, anything crazy, wild, funny. My hot take, I'll just give you a snapshot. I think Pink Floyd sucks, but whatever. You give me yours. Let us know. You can text the program, tweet at me at Chad Benson Show. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Raycon, best earbuds around. Love my Raycon. So there's two different ones right now that are just awesome. I've got my everyday earbuds, and then I've got the classics. So both of them are amazing. The fit are incredible. The classics a little bit smaller, right? And they got the little R right there. It's just so cool. The everyday earbuds are smooth and amazing. Sound quality second to none. Active noise cancellation, all that stuff. As we're back to living our lives again, fall is here. We're working out. We're doing a little bit, more than we normally. Kids back in school. You're looking for yourself for something? Grab these. Then the holidays are here. How about 20% off site-wide? That includes their fast chargers that are awesome. Their everyday earbuds, their headphones, you name it. They've got so much stuff. It is sound quality at a price that won't break the bank. It is a fit and feel when it comes to their earbuds and their headphones that are just amazing. And they've even got the over-the-ear ones that my wife uses. They're the bone conducting, and they're incredible. So if you want the best sound quality, the best stuff, and for a price that is just incredible, half the price of premium audio brands out there that you'd see, it is Raycons. Go to buyraycon.com/Chad. 20% off right now. Buyraycon.com/Chad. Buyraycon.com/Chad. All right, guys. The Wellness Institute of Nashville wants to help you get your back. PainIsBad.com or call 615-246-5009. Now, check this out. It's a Big Daddy Trump special, $12 off, just $12 for a comprehensive exam. So you go in there, full exam. They're going to give you x-rays. Then they're going to explain their diagnosis, and you're going to get your first treatment, and you're going to get yourself on your way to feeling better. And it doesn't matter what you have, right? If you're in there and you're struggling, you're thinking to yourself, Chad, you don't understand my back, my neck pain, sciatica, slipping and bulging, spinal disc, herniated, you name it. They've seen it all before. Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Ashley are going to take care of you. Call 615-246-5009. It doesn't matter. There's no surgery. There's no spinal injections, no painkillers. It is technology and their brilliance that's going to get your back. You're going to feel better than before, and it's all for $12. Comprehensive exam right now. X-rays, if needed. They're going to explain everything, get your first treatment at the Wellness Institute of Nashville. Call them today, 615-246-5009 or painisbad.com.
All right, Fox News, the first to report a verdict has been reached in the trial of alleged would-be President Trump assassin Ryan Ruth. Also, President Trump has a full afternoon of meetings on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. We'll tell you what he said during that assembly today. His address coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Apparently, a little while ago, he says, I totally support the UN. I'm not lying. And he also said, this is my favorite, he said, yeah, I think they should shoot down any of those, anything that comes over their airspace in any of these NATO countries. NATO should blast them out of the sky. I think he's had enough with the old... Pooter. I don't... Look, I'm going to say this. Some of you get mad. Pooter doesn't think anything of Trump. He's not scared of Trump. That's why he keeps going. He's screwing with Estonia. He's doing stuff with Poland because he doesn't think Trump will do a thing. And I think he thinks... He's not, especially if I do something to Estonia, he's not going to risk everything with Article 5 over Estonia. So we'll just keep poking and prodding and see what happens. But the rest of them, today's over Oslo. Today's all especially if it gets to, because Finland and Sweden now are part of NATO. Remember, he wanted to keep a buffer between the West and everyone else. And the minute he went into Ukraine, Finland and Sweden said, yeah, we'd like to join. So you moved them to your door. So we'll see how this plays out, and if they will, because there was stuff spotted today, drones, all of this stuff over some of the airports in Oslo and a few other places. Are we going to shoot them down? And would we be willing to risk something?
Poland will.
Poland will. Poland wants a fight.
They already have.
Yeah. They want to fight bad, though. Well, you know what? Think about it. First of all, there's bad blood. Let's get this out of the way. They're itching for a fight because Germany and Russia. Germany kicked their ass on the way to Russia. Russia kicked their ass on the way to Germany back in the day. They subjugated their people, and they would like another shot at the title. And they've also taken in how many Ukrainians over the last couple of years because of the war. So, yeah, I think there's a portion of them that feels payback is about to come. And they're waiting because their fear is too, just as much as Russia fears that what if NATO came to Ukraine, how do you think the rest of the European nations would feel if Russia took over Ukraine and now you're on their doorsteps? And you took it. Poland didn't invade Ukraine. Hot Take Tuesday. We give our hot takes here every single Tuesday. My hot take today was Pink Floyd. I just think I've never been a fan. And several of you have said the same thing. Some of you got mad at me for that. But, I never got it. I never will. And no matter how many drugs everybody tells me to take, which I don't do, it's still never going to make it good. It's just, to me, it's just long and drawn out. And that's what I think of it. That's my hot take. Ken, your hot take is?
Spiders get a bad reputation because they look spooky and creepy, but they're actually good for the ecosystem.
Well, they are.
They get rid of pesky flies and things like that.
It's a good name for a band, Pesky Flies.
Now.
That's it. All right, Bell, what do you got for us?
Peas are garbage food, and they ruin anything that they're put into.
Once again, Bell reminding everybody that he's a communist.
Not if you put ketchup on them.
Nope. Or mayonnaise. Put mayonnaise on anything. Just let you guys know that. So I like peas.
I do too. I used to hate them.
I like peas. I like corn. I like the things that 5-year-olds like when you get the mix bag of
Oh yeah, got little carrot squares in them.
Yeah, got the carrot squares, got some corn, got the peas, got the green beans, and then they have the lima beans. You got to move those over to the side because I don't know why anybody would do that. Why would you ruin that? Lima beans. It's like you bite into something and then you think, "Ooh, what am I going to get?" And what is it? It's like velvet or something horrible. It's just ugh.
Me and Jenny are like peas and carrots.
Jenny. Oh, Jenny. I like it. Jenny, where you going? Oh, Jenny. Poor Jenny.
I got to hit the West Coast. I'll bring you back AIDS.
Yeah, she totally did.
Man.
She did. She brought him back AIDS. That wasn't very cool, right? Jenny.
My favorite scene is after Sally Field's character has a meeting with the principal.
Oh, yes.
Boy, your mama sure is serious about your education.
So funny. Oh, I love that. That was live. What is it? It's not life is like a box of chocolates. That's what everybody thinks. That's part of that Mandela effect. It's life was a box of chocolates.
I think is like a box of chocolates.
Is like, now let's take it, because I think it's the Mandela effect. We always think it's not. The quote is, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And then what do some people say? Because I think it was one of those Mandela effect things where they always think you think it's that, like we're going to need a bigger boat or those kind of things. Life is like a box of chocolates, Jenny. That movie. Several of you last week said that movie sucked. That movie was definitely ahead of its time when it came to using like the John F. Kennedy and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
Another one of your favorite musicians too, John Lennon.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look, here's my thing.
Yes, life was like a box.
Was like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get, and then you bite into it, and you're like, this could be peanut butter or this could be paste.
Did you ever read the book?
No.
He goes on the space shuttle.
Oh, does he? Well, it just keeps getting better. He becomes Elon Musk.
Didn't they have that in the movie?
No. Because he He was already just finished doing the space movie, right? Apollo 13.
Yeah, that's
And it even had
Sinise in it.
yes, Sinise in it.
Captain Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. Let us know what your absolute craziest take on something that is stupid. Somebody says, I hate peas. How do you hate peas?
Easily.
Now, do you hate peas or black-eyed peas?
Yes.
Wow. Now, do you hate Black Eyed Peas, the band, or the food?
Both.
Oh, both. You don't like the Black Eyed Peas? I thought they were all right. I mean, I thought they were okay. Yeah, I mean, they're no Pink Floyd, right?
No, sir.
I'd rather watch the Black Eyed Peas in concert every night than 1 hour of Pink Floyd. Because that would be eternity to me. That's what I'm telling you guys. Coming up, we got Trump talking at the UN. We got a bunch of other stuff, including aliens, because we're talking here about the rapture today and all this kind of stuff. But maybe it's aliens. Maybe aliens are coming, right? Maybe. You don't know. You think you know, but then maybe you don't. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Fox News says a verdict has been reached in the trial of alleged would-be President Trump assassin Ryan Ruth. If convicted, Ruth faces a maximum sentence of life in prison. We're just waiting for the verdict to be read. President Trump has a full afternoon of meetings on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly today. When asked whether he believed Russian aircraft should be shot down if they cross into NATO territory.
Do you think that NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace?
Yes, I do.
Trump meeting with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky on the war in Ukraine and how to end that conflict. And the woman who tried to sell Elvis Presley's Graceland has been sentenced to more than 4 years in federal prison. Reports say Lisa Janine Finley of Missouri claimed to have the rights to sell Elvis Presley's Graceland estate, but thanks to Presley's granddaughter, Lisa Marie's daughter, Riley Keough, exposed it. Finley ended up pleading guilty to a count of mail fraud in February. Finley created a fictitious company called Nasani Investments and Private Lending, LLC, forged documents to claim that Lisa Marie had taken out a $3.8 million loan in 2018 and used Graceland as collateral, and then tried to blame the fraud on a fictitious Nigerian crime ring. Right now in Middle Tennessee, 33 people indicted for murder and drugs from a fatal overdose of a Murfreesboro man in 2023. Murfreesboro police say they teamed up with Metro Nashville, Smyrna, Laverne Police, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office, TBI, and federal partners like ATF, and uncovered what they say was a network linked to cartel activity operating out of Nashville that supplied possibly 3 million people with fentanyl, meth, and cocaine in Murfreesboro and surrounding areas. There are outstanding warrants for 6 more people. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Busy Bees, best prices of the year event. Savings are buzzing around, and I'm telling you guys right now, huge savings. And there's some, and I'm going to get to it. It's big. It's huge. Right now, for your neighbor, both of you get $50 credit when you schedule HVAC maintenance. National Grandparents' Day is this month. Guess what? All month long, if you're a Busy Bee. If you're a Beehive member, you can gift a set of grandparents a Beehive membership, which is awesome. Deals when it comes to things like plumbing, $500 off water and drain repipes, $300 off tank to tankless water heaters, $1,500 off water filtration systems. You buy a new HVAC unit, get 5-year free labor warranty with every purchase. And the big one, with any HVAC repair schedule maintenance, you're going to get a free, I'm talking free, dryer vent cleaning, absolutely free. Free $99. Not going to cost you a penny. with any HVAC repair and scheduled maintenance. That's right. Protect your own, protect your lungs. Breathe a lot easier thanks to Busy Bee. Call Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today, 775-7833, 775-7833, or online at busybeehvac.com. Happy Rapture Day. If you didn't get raptured, we're sorry about that. Maybe next time. I just saw a fake commercial that said, like a news thing that says Jesus is having trouble with so many overweight Americans. Trying to rapture them. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. So Routh, he's guilty on everything?
Yeah.
Guilty on all 5 charges.
No way. Goodness. I wonder if his lawyer will file an appeal. For those of you guys who don't know, he's the guy that was the second gunman, not on the grassy knoll, but just outside was it Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah,
or was it one of Doral? One of those ones that he has. And they arrested him, and they've charged him, and now he faces life. Guilty on all charges, too. He couldn't even get himself off one of the charges. So he faces life in jail. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit of life in jail and a little bit of psychiatric evaluation.
The man who represents himself as a fool for a client.
That's right. 100%. Absolutely true. For those of you guys who don't know, today was supposed to be Rapture Day. It didn't happen. Sorry about that. Or maybe it did, and they only took one person. It's always a possibility. But the aliens are coming, and if you don't believe me, this lady.
That I have another message from the aliens. I'm an interdimensional communicator, and in yesterday's live channeling session on TikTok, we got updates on 3 of the exciting alien things happening right now. 3i Atlas, the new interstellar object called Swan, and the alien plant growing in Panama. First, they tell us that something has changed with 3i Atlas. It's still not a comet. It's still best described as a spacecraft, and it's still on the same flight path, but they say it will change in its speed. It's going to speed up as it gets closer to the sun, and they plan to change its color again just to kind of show off for us. It is now working in collaboration with another interstellar object called Swan. Also not a comet, but it is not a spacecraft like 3i Atlas is. My pantheon describes Swan as having consciousness, and they say that the best way for us to describe it is like a small planet.
So she knows because she talks to him, and you could tell she's serious. What's crazy is how serious she is about it. Like, she's super serious. Like, there is no... When she held her live, there were thousands of people watching. And have you guys seen the plant in Panama? It looks like it's like a little meteor thing, and it's got tentacles that have just come out of it. Probably a spider. It's probably a space spider.
Yeah, but gets a bad reputation.
It does. It does. So it is creepy looking. It's everything you think when you think of like one of those movies from the 90s or something where like a little bit of air hits it, it gets bigger. Yeah. It's all happening, kids. It is.
You know, a lot of people believe that lady.
Yes. I know.
That's what's amazing about this day and age, man.
Well, you know, if you guys don't know what Three Eye Atlas is, so Three Eye Atlas is this comet thing that, quite frankly, is doing nothing comet-wise, including it's sped up, it's slowed down, it's changed courses, it's also now lighting up. Now the new thing is it is a planet seed, is what they're saying, which I have no idea, that it's going to go somewhere and just plan itself and start as a planet. I have no idea. But
it's going to go in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Wherever you look, it's funny to look at these serious doctors, you know, doctors of astrophysicists and these people who study nothing but the skies and stuff, and super nerds. They haven't laughed in years. And they're never serious about, like, they would never believe anything. I saw this, that, and the other. Maybe that could be. I calculate this. When you ask them about this, they all say the same thing. I have no idea what it is. It doesn't behave like a comet. It doesn't have a long tail. It's glowing, different colors. And the pictures that have come from it don't look like a comet. And then you've got something following it now, which is also weird. That's Swan, apparently, which is kind of a planet, but then a human. I'm not sure. So, yeah, it is. The one astrophysicist said this could be something that has the power to create planets itself. But they're just taking a guess at it because they don't know. And like you said, man, there are a lot of people out there that believe this lady. She's very believable. By the way, she believes it, I think. I think she believes it. Which is, you know, that's why I was expecting Trump today to bust it out, but it's not quite there yet. We're not quite at the point where he's about ready to go, oh, let me tell you a story about the aliens. Let me tell you.
Why does it move? It almost looks like it's breathing. They're saying it is breathing. They're saying it's choking. It's not getting what it needs. It's trying to get to the sun and the soil. It needs the sun and the soil. It's decaying. It probably smells bad in addition to looking bad because it's dying. It is not too late for the man who found it to help it live. The very best thing for him to do would be to bring the plant to an academic environment of some kind. Don't bring it to the government. An agricultural university would be great. That's what they always hoped for the plant. Gaia would really love to see that happen, yes.
There you go. So the plant could be saved, but if not, don't worry about it. It's okay. We're just testing you out here. We live in a weird time. You know, the rapture, aliens, guy's defending himself from trying to kill the president. I'm surprised that they allowed him to represent himself.
I was really shocked by that, too.
I mean, you have the right, but usually they would put, like, somebody like, okay, this is going to be your assistant defense attorney because we don't want you to come back and say, oh, you didn't get a fair case or you didn't get a fair hearing or any of that stuff. Because here's one thing. If you want to go gather evidence, how are you doing that exactly?
Look what NBC's reporting.
What
They're
are they
saying
reporting?
Ryan Routh stabbed himself with a pen after the guilty verdict.
Oh. Well, that is...
I think it's interesting they let him have access to a pen.
Well, you have to, right?
I guess you do.
You know, like I said, like, how do you gather information?
He's got to be able to take notes.
He's crazy. He's crazy. Did this Ryan guy do it? Maybe. Do you know him? I might.
And what is it Ruth or Ralph?
I think it's Ruth. Maybe
I think it is Ruth. Yeah, I think it's Ryan Ruth. I'm going to go with Ruth.
Yeah, we're going to go with Ruth. We are. So, but he has now stabbed himself with a pen. This is all going sideways. which is do you think he's playing for the crazy?
He wanted to kill his lawyer.
Oh. What do you think the judge just did? Just rolled his eyes and goes, really? 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 I wonder how hard he stabbed himself.
I don't know.
Where did he stab himself in the face? Did he just try to stick it in his arm to make him look how crazy I am? I don't know. I always thought he was going for the crazy.
Well, and that was another reason I was surprised that they let him represent himself was some of the questions about his. I mean, obviously he was found competent to stand trial, but there was a little bit of wingnuttery in there somewhere.
Yeah, because how do you, if you got a decent attorney, they could easily come in and go, he should never represent himself. You guys should have allowed somebody to at least be second chair and make sure that he could get out. Because he could easily say, I wasn't allowed to gather information. I wasn't allowed to do anything outside of going to the prison, library. What is he allowed to do? How do you build a defense that way? I don't know. So he faces life in prison, and I have a feeling he's probably going to get. When did they sentence him today? Are they doing all that?
I'm not sure.
We're going to go with that. Just like, was it Diddy, right? Diddy wants to get out now?
Yeah, claims somebody tried to kill him. Somebody wanted to kill him.
Bell is killing it today. That was funny. Oh, my God, that was funny. I attacked his lawyer. Where's his kid, right? Didn't his kid say he was all nutty and he was all up with the Ukraine? And that was one of the things, that was one of the conspiracies around him, that the Ukrainians were paying him because they worried about Trump coming in and then shutting off the spigot, if I'm correct. There's so many conspiracies. Do you remember when there was just one or two good conspiracies? You're like, well, let's go with that.
Well, I remember when it was all through the 70s, 80s, and maybe early 90s, the one true conspiracy theory was Kennedy was shot by somebody other than Oswald.
Yeah. That was, and now even with Charlie Kirk, I was reading that, the FBI's looking because they think maybe there were people giving this guy hand signals and no offense, I don't trust our FBI. For those of you guys might like Kash Patel, I think he's pretty useless, and I think he's proved that. So I don't really trust that there's anybody else out there and that they're looking for him. So, but we'll find out more about Ryan Ruth, who has been found guilty on all charges, and he was the second person who tried to assassinate Trump. This one was at the golf course, and remember, Trump came around the corner, but before he did, Secret Service agent got there, and they took this guy into custody, and now he has been found guilty, and he attacked his attorney as well, that also happened to be himself. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, a bunch of other stuff to get to. If you missed any show, grab the podcast. It is The Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Bulwark Capital. Let me tell you something about Bulwark Capital. They're awesome. So next Thursday, 5:30 our time, they're doing a free webinar. It's called Back to Basics. They're going to talk about fundamentals and value investing, how they do it that is so much different than everywhere else when it comes to the global way that they invest. Top of that, they're going to show you what it is that they do. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. They always tell you get one retirement. You don't want to unretire because you have to. Let Bulwark show you what they can do. Simple and easy. They're also going to give you a snapshot of where they think the rest of this year is going, and it's free. And it's a live webinar. It's Back to Basics. My friend Zach Abraham, Chief Investment Officer at Bulwark, he's going to give it, and it takes about 30 to 45 minutes. 5:30 next Thursday. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com to sign up. That's knowyourriskpodcast.com for the free live webinar Back to Basics next Thursday, 5:30. the time. Join it again, 30 minutes or so. You will learn a lot. I promise you that. KnowYourRiskPodcast.com for Bulwark Capital Management. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investments involve risk, not a guarantee. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 25298.
Would-be Trump assassin Ryan Ruth found guilty on all charges and apparently did not like that verdict. We'll tell you what reports say he did coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Think he'll be charged with attempted murder?
That's what he was going for, was another trial. So he can, represent himself in that. You can't put the lawyer in jail.
No, you can't. I would have done a whole Southern lawyer thing, like a white suit, walking around. It's like, oh, Your Honor, it is so hot. I must tell you, there is a situation here. So he faces a long time in jail, not a shocker. And Diddy wants to get out, 14 months? They feel that's he served his time?
Yeah, his attorney says that's enough.
You know what? I got to be honest with you. You didn't get him with anything. You let him go.
The most serious charges.
The prosecution, I think, was asking for 4 years.
Yeah, no, let him out. It's stupid at this point in time. You didn't get him. You failed. And the thing that you did get him on, one person in the last 10 years has been prosecuted on that, and that guy was an actual pimp.
I bet that they give him time served plus probation.
Yeah. What's his net worth, you think? How much do you think this cost him?
It's down to about $300 million, I read a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, he was up close to $1 billion before.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wow, that is a lot if it's down to 300
Yeah, at his
million.
peak, you're right. In May, it was just under 400 million and he was at one time $1 billion. Who's lost more? Kanye net worth as of now.
No, Kanye made a fortune off those swastika shirts, didn't he?
Let's see here. Okay, as of now, so Kanye at one time, are you ready for this? $2.77 billion. Now $400 million.
Sounds about right. Poor guy. I don't know. He's going to get by.
Wow. He's probably going to blame the Jews on that one.
Without a doubt.
Oh, God. That is, when you think about that, though, if you're Larry Ellison or Elon Musk, you lose $2 billion a day. It doesn't matter because you're going to make $2 billion. You may make $100 billion one day because it's money you've never realized. You don't go there and take out that money.
Yeah, it's not sitting in a bank somewhere.
Yeah, they don't back a dump truck up to your front porch and pour money all over it.
Well, that'd be kind of neat.
That would be cool.
But when you go from 2.77 billion down to 400 million, you feel that.
Man, you got to do some belt tightening.
Yeah, especially, you know what though? You say that, but that's a guy right there that does, unlike our man, Nick Cage, who will work always. Oh my goodness, he's in a new movie. I saw a trailer. It's called The Carpenter's Son.
Yeah, that's a Western. Right?
It looks like it's Jesus Times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is. And if Nick plays, I don't think Nick is playing that, but
dude, that'll be something.
But Nick will always work.
He will.
Who's hiring Kanye for anything? Right? Like, who's hiring Kanye?
Nick Fuentes?
Maybe. That's it. Remember when they were hanging out together? That was so bizarre.
Weren't they on Alex Jones
together?
They
were on Alex Jones together. That was another thing. Like, America, where are we? How did we get here? This is why we can't have nice things. Coming up, Ken's got all the latest. The man accused of trying to kill Trump, convicted on all accounts, represented himself. They want to make sure that everybody knew that he represented himself. So, in trial. So we'll find out more about that. A bunch of other stuff to get to. Trump today at the UN. If you missed any of the show, shame when you grab the podcast. Chad Benson Show, hour number 3, straight ahead. Super Talk 997.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Right now, got a crash. Actually, it is not a crash. They're saying it's police activity off on the left shoulder. 24 eastbound near the Rocky Fork Road overpass in Smyrna. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. And would-be Trump assassin Ryan Ruth found guilty on all charges. He faces life in prison when sentenced. Meanwhile, reports say U.S. Marshals had to step in to stop Ruth from stabbing himself with a pen after the verdict was read. Right now in Middle Tennessee, 33 people indicted in what Murfreesboro police say was a 2-year investigation into a cartel-linked network out of Nashville that supplied fentanyl, meth, and cocaine to possibly 3 million people in Murfreesboro and surrounding areas. The investigation by Murfreesboro, Smyrna, Laverne, Metro Nashville Police, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office, TBI, and federal partners like ATF launched after the overdose death of a single Murfreesboro man in 2023, say they also intercepted 3 people who were planning to murder someone. Now, there are warrants out for 6 other people. President Trump addressing world leaders today at the United Nations General Assembly in New York says countries, including some of our key allies like Great Britain and France, are wrong to call for a 2-state solution to the war in Gaza.
Instead of giving in to Hamas's ransom demands, those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages now. Just release the hostages now.
The president spent a large chunk of his speech criticizing the UN. He accused the body of promoting, quote, empty words. And after nearly a week off the air, Jimmy Kimmel Live returns to ABC television stations tonight, but not all of them will be airing the show, as we hear from ABC's Alex Stone.
While the show will return to production, 2 owners of ABC-affiliated stations, Nexstar and Sinclair, say their stations will continue to preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live, showing their own programming instead. Nexstar saying in a statement its stations will focus on continuing to produce local news and other programming for their respective markets. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Sean Diddy Combs, scheduled to be sentenced October 3rd, still faces years in prison. His lawyers say substance abuse played a major role in his behavior and are asking a judge to free the hip-hop mogul. Here's Brian Clark in New York.
Sean Combs' celebrity status has been shattered. His legacy's been destroyed. That's according to attorneys in a sentencing memorandum asking a judge to sentence Combs to no more than 14 months in prison on 2 prostitution-related charges. That would essentially amount to time served. Combs has spent more than a year in jail. He was acquitted of more serious charges that could have sent him to prison for life. His attorneys say it's time for Combs to go home and be with his family. Brian Clark, ABC News, New York.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
For many of us, generators are becoming a must-have household appliance. From unpredictable weather to surprise outages, it's better to be safe than sorry. Generator Supercenter of Nashville offers fast and easy installations with 24/7 service and monitoring to all brands of generators and expert repairs done right. Our mission is to make owning a backup generator simple and easy. Visit your local store today or check us out online. Generator Supercenter of Nashville. We serve all Middle Tennessee.
So Kimmel will address the people tonight. If I was him, I'd come out and say, look, this had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. That was my bad. This had nothing to do with him or his family. This is a pissing contest between me and the president, and I don't like him, and you guys know that. And for us getting caught up in that situation, I apologize. That was wrong of me. And then do whatever you're going to do. And then tomorrow, people will talk about it on the radio and stuff because nobody's watching it because nobody stays up that late. And the people that do are watching YouTube or stuff on their phone. That's it. Who's his first guest tonight? Now, if it was Colbert, his first guest would be Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi.
Ben Powell, I think.
Oh, Glenn Powell. That guy's funny.
Glenn Powell.
He is, he's got that new Chad Powers show where he plays the former college football player for the Oregon Ducks who drops the football before he gets to the end zone and his college career is ruined. And then he's coming back as another guy, like where he puts on makeup to play. It's like Tootsie, but football. By the way, just to let you know, Ken, Mike Grundy, they just fired him from Oklahoma State.
Yeah, Gundy. Mike Gundy.
Mike Gundy. Man, there goes
kicked him in the grundles.
Right in the grundles. There goes one of the great mullets of all time. Right out the window.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of issues.
They suck.
Yeah, they
remember his controversy? Didn't he like Trump and he got in trouble for that? Or he said something about Trump?
Oh.
And he gave back $1 million a year in his income because he said something that offended
I think
kids.
he was pushing back on Black Lives Matter or something, and that upset one of the players and started a big row.
So somebody said I fear it's only going to be a speech about free speech. You know what? They should never have taken him off the air. What Disney should have done, knowing full well who Jimmy Kimmel was and the disdain that he had, they should have went to him and said, look, dude, temperature's up. You're done until, what it would have been this week. And then you can go back. That's it. We don't ask a lot of you. We pay you a lot of money to suck. And they should have thought forward in that sense. I was talking to Matt about this yesterday. Trump likes the battle with the press. He didn't like to be made fun of. Where he can battle the press and say, you're wrong, you're lying, I did this, I did that. He enjoys that. They need each other. They do. Where it's different in this situation because Trump's not there. He doesn't feel like he can battle back. And I don't think ABC would have taken him off, really, outside of the other places acting. And we'll see what that looks like. 60 stations aren't going to carry him? So I don't know what that means. I keep going. Nobody wants to take up my idea. What's
that idea, Brother Chad?
So my idea was you bring everybody in like it's a regular show, and then you just pick a name from one of the people that are in the audience, and you're going to host the show.
Oh.
We've written everything up for you. You're going to come out and horribly deliver the lines.
Well, you can't suck worse than Kimmel.
No, exactly. You're going to, yeah. I mean, Kimmel doesn't write his own. Kimmel is not a stand-up comic. And if you've never done and I will say this, if you've never done comedy, go to an open mic night just once and throw yourself up there for 3 or 4 minutes with nothing to say that you think you've got, because you think you're funny at work. And they're like, oh, this is different. But having somebody that's just, like we said yesterday, Maud from Buttnut, Wisconsin.
Buttnut.
Have her host it, right? It'll be fantastic. She could be up there asking questions to whoever, it's got the latest book or movie that's out. Any one of here's Harry Styles, and he'll be like, they could talk about knitting. That's the thing. That would be interesting because I would tune into that just to see what that would look like.
So essentially, you'd sit in front of the tracks to watch the train wreck.
Well, no, because why is YouTube so popular? YouTube's so popular for a lot of reasons, but it's not only it's the entertainment that you want on demand, but it's also the stuff that goes viral, the stuff where people get big. It's because it's not overproduced, because it's just usually regular people. Before they become Mr. Beast. And they have 400 people working for them. So there is that. And it would be kind of interesting to put somebody into that position where they, because terrified most people would be. I bet you'd have to go through 20 people probably to find somebody. And I don't want somebody who's an actor that's there. You know what I mean? I don't want you want somebody who's really on vacation. That would be, because how many times how about this? Guys, how many times does stuff go viral when you're watching the Foo Fighters and some kid's like 12 and he's holding up a sign says, I want to play, this, and they let him come up and he plays guitar, drums, and everybody loves it. Now imagine that, though, just in a different way. And I bet you people would watch it. I bet you they would. The Kimmel's guest should be Harry Carey. Like the Harry Carey, the great announcer. Hey, everybody, it's me, Harry. He was the greatest. You ever go back and watch old Harry Carey stuff? He said stuff that today would get him so...
Oh, without a doubt. But
hey, everybody, it's me, Harry.
I think Farrell's imitation of him is funnier than Harry.
That's great. He would say, like, when he tried to say Hideo Nomo, the pitcher from the Dodgers, it was so bad. It was just, but that's what made him great. That was the great thing about Harry. Hey, everybody. See, here's the thing. Somebody said Nate Bargatze or Theo Vaughn. No, because they're the part of that is the fact that they're professionals. You want somebody that's not the professional. That's what's going to give it that regular feeling of something that would be cool. If you're going to keep, I don't know, Matt and I were chatting yesterday. The only one of these shows I see surviving past next year is The Tonight Show, and that's only because it's The Tonight Show. That's it. It's the name, it's the history, it's the legacy, but that's the only reason. That's the only one I see surviving past next year. So we'll see what happens tonight.
And that show's still they'll get to a point where they're relying more on post-broadcast streams than they are on the actual broadcast.
Yeah. One of the things, so I went and dug through, I finally got to go see exactly, because Disney, and everybody's like, well, he loses so much money for Disney. The show itself has 200 writers, and he does lose money. The issue, though, isn't the show. It's all the other things that he does for Disney that makes them money, which I found to be fascinating. And he makes them a decent amount of money on other things. So the budget itself, this is what's crazy. I didn't realize, first of all, there's 3 of us here, right? 2.5. Ken and I do a lot of the work, and there's Bell.
Thanks.
No, just kidding. But there's 3 of us here to do the show. Ken's doing the news. I'm yammering. You and I, Bell's running. He's flying the spaceship. We're doing all the stuff. There's 200 people to work on his show. Doing what? That's what I want to know. Doing what? But what they say is he makes so much money for them outside of the show itself. They said Jimmy makes them money, which is a difficult decision for them because not a lot's been making them money for a while. That includes a ton of stuff when it comes to the Oscars is a big deal, right? He makes them a ton of money for that because he hosts it, and that's not going to cost him $10 million. On top of that, the stuff that he does online makes them a ton of money. Ad revenue for several different things that he does for them is a winner for him. It's not the show itself.
So why don't you cancel the show, stem the bleeding, and just go with the other stuff?
That's a great question. The show itself, they say, loses about $20 million a year, even though he is number 1 in the vaunted 18 to 49 slot, which is what they want. It still loses a ton of money a year. Which, again, but they said, here's the thing. This is where Jimmy Kimmel kills it. And this is where it's going to be. The affiliate fees were big, but online ads and his sponsorship deals, as well as all of his brand building and his Oscars, make them money.
Yes, 7007 said you could say his late night show is a side hustle.
Yeah, it is. That's it. Well, it's like, what's her name? MSNBC, Rachel Maddow. She makes, $25 million a year hosting a show once a week and doing a podcast that nobody could find, which I've never understood. I mean, it's a great deal if you can get it on MS now.
It's for her, but I mean, how much are they bleeding out over that?
Well, you know what? That's one of those deals where the person was probably good friends with the people that were negotiating the contract in there. They knew that they were going to sell in the future. They knew that the writing was probably on the wall. They got her a great deal because everybody's a pal. And they said, let everybody else, the suckers who buy this thing, take it over. But still, that's a lot of money. So we'll see. I don't know what it's going to be like tonight. I'm not going to watch it because it's past my bedtime.
Yeah, I'm probably going to watch an episode of Twilight Zone and then maybe Andy Griffith and go to bed.
It's funny. The other night, I texted Bell. I said, Bell, I need the computer because my other computer was having issues. So he goes,
his laptop.
I was like, all right, I'm watching Andy Griffith.
Yeah, he texts me, he goes, what are you doing? I said, watching Andy Griffith. Can you bring me my computer?
Because it's great. It's wholesome fun.
Absolutely.
That's what we need, more wholesome fun.
Even though it was during the height of the Vietnam War, and there was no mention of the war.
No.
It's still a great show.
Still a great show. Still a great show. Somebody said they would watch the train wreck if we were going to do the person from the crowd hosting the show.
If we were going to do it.
Well, they're not going to. Why not? We should go pitch it on our way to FatCon. Oh, I would so love that. Because you want to, and I want it to be totally real. Like I'm talking like we're going to pitch this thing. Why not, though? All right?
Yeah.
Crazier things have happened. I mean, Rick Dees had Disco Duck as a number one hit. Crazier things can happen. We could go pitch this show, and they might go, hey, that's a good idea.
There was that truckers song.
Convoy,
that was popular with everybody but truckers. Truckers hated that song, from what I understand.
Why would they hate that song?
They just didn't think it was very realistic. You're not going to go crashing a gate doing 98.
You're not talking about Rubber Ducky?
Rubber.
Remember that?
Yes.
Breaker 9, Rubber Ducky, whatever they said. What was that guy's name?
I can't remember. C.W. McCall.
C.W. McCall.
One-hit wonder.
One-hit wonder, man.
Oh, man, I should have used that tomorrow.
You can use that tomorrow. We're cool with that one. And by the way, if you guys have one-hit wonders, tomorrow's One-Hit Wonder Wednesday. Start sending your one-hit wonders in now.
Yes, sir.
Because we want to know what you guys have. I've got something on my mind, but I want to see if you guys can tempt me away from it. And I'm sure Belle is finding what obscure song got to 38 by some French singer that happened to play a bit part on General Hospital in 72.
Where did the one I used last week peak?
I don't know. Which one was that again?
Debbie Boone.
Oh, that's right. Number one
for 800 weeks.
Wow.
Debbie Boone. God bless her. She's
light up.
She lives here, right?
Probably.
I know her dad does.
Yeah, her dad does. He did a thing about Charlie Kirk the other day. He may now move around. He's maybe not spry. He's definitely all there.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's still got it going on in the attic.
No doubt about that. Coming up, it's Hot Take Tuesday. We got your hot takes for the day. We got some other good stuff coming up as well. It is Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 997. Raycon, past earbuds around you. Love your Raycons. And as the holidays approach, as kids, you're going to want to get the best stuff around. Your kids, you, your husband, your wife, you guys love sound quality second to none. Raycon delivers the best earbuds around. The fit's incredible. The feel and sound quality is amazing. You can wear them all day without really doing. I mean, you won't even know they're there. Then here's the great part. So you got all that down, the fit, the feel. Now the sound quality, second to none. You can easily move between awareness mode to active noise cancellation to, just isolation mode, which is incredible. And they're 20% off right now. Go to buyraycon.com/Chad. 20% off the Everyday Earbud Classics and the Everyday Earbuds. On top of that, they've got great deals across the board, 20% off site-wide. So if you want sound quality that's incredible, whether it's headphones, maybe it's gaming, or maybe you need a charger that's a fast charger, you want to charge your phone in 2 seconds, they've got it all for you at Raycon. Save 20% now. Go to buyraycon.com/Chad. That's buyraycon.com/Chad. I'm working out a lot more, getting up in the morning, doing stuff. And the reason is I'm getting ready for a big tournament. I'm going to be playing in a tournament here coming up in November. I want to get fitter than I've been in years. And one of the big things is being able to work out every day. And thanks to Relief Factor, I can. Soreness, stiffness, gone. Why? These things are amazing. So Relief Factor is 100% drug-free. You can take it every single day. Its formula is safe. It's not addictive. And this is about your muscle. It's about making sure your muscles feel good, that stiffness, that soreness, especially after work. And as we get older, come on, we all get a little, even taking a nap sometimes, you're like, oh, I'm so sore. With Relief Factor, you don't have to worry about it. And don't take my word for it. My wife takes this, and she has lots of issues when it comes to her muscles and the struggles she has. And she will tell you, this stuff is amazing. So if you like working out, if you do a lot of moving and you're just sick and tired of always having sore muscles and some aches and pains, Relief Factor is going to get you over the hump. Now, try a 3-week quick start. It's just $19.95. It's less than a cup of coffee a day. You will experience the difference for yourself. Like I say, you can take it every day. It is safe. It's got omega-3 fatty acids, resveratrol. Now I sound like Trump there. All this incredible stuff in there that is going to help you and your body when it comes to inflammatory issues with your muscles. It's awesome. Go to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com, or call 800-4RELIEF. That's 800, the number 4, relief.
Guilty on all charges for the man who hid out in some bushes to try to assassinate President Trump. This story and more at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Rocking it out here. Hey, National Day of Remembrance, Charlie Kirk. We're going to be out there. So this has happened. So what's going to happen next week? But now we've moved it to the 14th of October. That's a Tuesday. It's the National Day of Remembrance, Charlie Kirk. Tonight's going to stand strong, remember Patriot, and carry forward the mission he cared so much about. Rooted in faith, family, and freedom. 3 Fs. They're going to have a chapter of Turning Point USA there with us. So come hang out with us at Murfreesboro, Hop Springs. We're going to be there Tuesday, October 14th. We're all going to be there. Come hang out with us. If you want to find out more of what's going on, go to 997WTN.com.
My bad.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
The man who hid out in bushes to assassinate President Trump has been found guilty on all charges. Ryan Ruth faces life in prison when sentenced. Reports say after the verdict was read, U.S. Marshals had to stop Ruth from stabbing himself with a pen. President Trump raising some eyebrows on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly today.
Asked if he still trusts Russian President Vladimir Putin, President Trump told reporters today he'll let them know in about a month. It's yet another timeline set by the president on a question about where the push for a peace agreement is going. The president was also asked,
Do you think that NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace?
Yes, I do.
Earlier today, Secretary of State Marco Rubio was asked if the U.S. was prepared to participate in shooting down Russian jets. He said, quote, I don't think anyone said about shooting down Russian jets unless they're attacking. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Trump meeting with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky on the war in Ukraine and how to end the conflict. Right now in Middle Tennessee, 33 people under indictment for running drugs and firearms and gang affiliation linked to a single fentanyl overdose 2 years ago. Murfreesboro police say they teamed up with Metro Nashville, Smyrna, Laverne PD, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office, TBI, federal partners like ATF to uncover what they say is cartel activity, even intercepting plans to murder people. Murfreesboro PD says this network's believed to have supplied drugs like fentanyl, cocaine, and meth to possibly 3 million people in Murfreesboro and surrounding areas. Warrants are out for 6 more people on charges ranging from second-degree homicide to fentanyl distribution. Meanwhile, in Texas,
El Paso police say a 15-year-old boy is under arrest accused of shooting 5 teenage victims overnight, ranging from 15 to 17 years old. A 17-year-old girl has possibly life-threatening injuries, while the 4 others have non-life-threatening injuries. The shooting happened at an apartment complex. Police say 2 groups of teens began arguing, looking like they were going to fight, when the 15-year-old pulled out a gun and started shooting. Alex Stone, EBC News.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Any more buttons to push, Bill? How about that, Ken? He just goes from button to button, man. Can take this guy anywhere.
No, it's not. I should have just done the tease. I did the news early. Now people are going to miss it.
That's okay. We'll redo it. We'll do it 15 times. We're going to do all news. Ryan Routh. Do you think maybe they stood back for a second and said, let's see what this guy does? All right, fine, we'll stop him. I always remember that with Jeffrey Dahmer, where she started, Jeffrey! And she started walking towards him, and like they were just kind of standing there like, this could be interesting. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, they let her.
She got real close.
She almost got to him.
He's close enough to take a bite out of her.
Who was this?
Jeffrey Dahmer. Do you remember that? When they
I
did
remember
the
Dahmer, but who are you talking about that was...
The Ryan Routh guy? Oh, it was the sister of one of the victims.
One of the victims,
okay.
yeah.
She started screaming. Then she moved off the podium, and then she started walking towards him, and she was like, ah! And then
she was upset because he had killed her, her brother?
And they were just kind of sitting there like, well, let's see how close they can get. Let's see. This could be interesting. And then they're like, fine, we'll stop her.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, what was going to happen? So Jeffrey had some problems, for those of you not keeping score. Just to let you guys know. By the way, C.W. McCall had a couple hits there, from what I understand there, Ken.
Oh, he had more than one?
Yeah.
Oh,
were they on the country charts?
Oh, that's a good question. Chris Cross, that's a good one. So, I don't know if C.W. McCall on the country charts, because that doesn't count. It's got to be on the Hot 100, right? That's what we're doing.
Yes.
So we're One Hit Wonder Wednesdays. If you're new to the show, you can send us all your one-hit wonders that you think, oh, try this or try that. And we said C.W. McCall, and Ken's like, yeah, but now several people said, no, he had a couple hits.
I'll have to look that up. How many hits?
Oh, Mickey from, Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. Remember that one? That was a
remake.
Yeah.
A song called Ricky.
She also did it in Spanish, because she speaks fluent Spanish.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, so that was pretty interesting.
Yep, C.W. McCall had a string of other charting country and pop hits between 1974 and 78. He is not a one-hit wonder.
Boo.
Old home, fill her up and keep on a truckin' cafe.
Crisscross. Makes you want to jump. Those guys. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, those guys.
Those guys that wore the clothes backwards. That was their thing. That was their jam. So, but send us your one-hit wonders because we do that tomorrow. It is Hot Take Tuesday. My hot take, kind of in fuego. Pink Floyd sucks. I thought they were overrated and ridiculous. I think their albums are silly, and I think they think too much of themselves.
Man, you're just on the edge
I just
today.
put, every time it's more spice. So, more spice. Even though Ken loves Pink Floyd.
I do.
Do you love them or do you like them a lot?
I like them a lot.
Okay. So, me, I think they're awful. I think, well, Roger Waters is extra awful.
Yeah, he's something.
And he totally trashed Ozzy after his death.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like,
His whole life is nothing
jerk.
but hot takes now. Like, he went from, like, there's a difference between saying, look, free Palestine, I want these people to be able to live their lives, and, you know, to wearing a Nazi costume and stuff like he went sideways in a way that was so bizarre. Would you say that Gilmore said he'll never do anything with again, right?
Yeah, that's after he apparently praised Nazis.
Yeah.
That's when David Gilmour said, all right, that's that.
Yeah. And then, of course, you get that, you know, the phone call at that point in time from, you know, Kanye saying, hey, I got a great album for you.
Let's collaborate.
Let's get together.
I got the cover design. It'll just be a swastika.
Yeah, hold on. I got to swing by and pick up Diddy. We're doing something cool tonight. Diddy. Or didn't he? We don't know. So tell us what your hot take is. But what one-hit wonder do you have? You let us know. You can tweet at me at night at Chad Benson Show. If you listen to the podcast or any of this, just text us throughout the day because there's a lot of them you guys are sending us here. And there's because you'd be surprised how many one-hit wonders you think there is. And then you go and look. And then, of course, you know, Bell finds the most obscure ones outside of last week.
Brother Bell, man, he's found some good.
I think our favorite was David Geddes.
Yeah, David Geddes.
Yeah, that guy. That was
Run, Joey, Run.
Yeah. So creepy.
Top 5
too.
hit.
Then you go and read it and you're like, oh, that's even worse. So it was about him and his daughter. Whoo. Weirdos. So let us know. Send us your one-hit wonders. Got a lot of stuff going on. We'll talk a little bit about Trump at the UN. Bunch of other stuff straight ahead. Chad Benson Show. Now we're going to do it. Maybe Ken does another one. Why not? No, maybe he does a tease. We're not quite sure because Bell went early. He's got problems there. You know how premature. That's what we're talking about. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 987. All right, guys. Our friends over at Beacon want to talk to you. There's great opportunities for you to take advantage with taxes. And we've talked about this for a little bit. But on top of that, they do everything. Investments. They do long-term care planning. They do things that you think, do I need that? Yeah, you might. And you don't know what you need. You may need one. You may need them all. Beacon can help you with that. Whether it's finding out whether or not you qualify for $10,000 in car loan interest deduction, or if you can get an additional senior deduction up to $6,000 off your taxes when it comes to the taxes, or maybe you need long-term healthcare planning. Maybe you need estate planning, or maybe you need help when it comes to the dollars and cents with your retirement. Let Beacon help you with that. They do everything. Call them today because Beacon Management can help you understand everything to take advantage of it. Because so many of these things, there's a nuanced approach, and most people, they just get frustrated with. Don't let that happen to you. Let the professionals do it. It is a free personalized financial consultation. Just call Beacon, 615-488-9303. You can visit them online at beaconcm.com, beaconcm.com, or call 615-488-9303 for Beacon Capital Management. This is a paid placement. All right, guys, talk about USS. United Structural Systems is ready to help you. Residential, commercial, look, they got everything that they do. And this has to do with the fact that, look, you've got issues maybe with your basement, right? Your wall stabilizations, crawl space is waterproof. You got water hanging out down there. You can't see it. You got maybe some structural issues that might need tending to. USS had come out. 30 years experience. They're the best in the business. Now, their inspections, absolutely free. Not going to cost you anything. And when they get there, they're not going to be one of these things like, hey, you need to buy this, 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 and this. No, they're going to come out, and if you don't need it, they're not going to sell it to you. That's not what they're all about. They're the best around, and they've been around for 30 years, and they're going to continue to be around for a long time. So if you've got issues where you think maybe some issues with cracks, maybe some water's got in there, you're worried about wood rot and mold, let USS come out and give you a free inspection. Call 615-488-7855, 615-488-7855, or check them out online at USSTN.com.
Got us right back on track.
There we go. Look at the way we did that, kids.
That's the way to go, boys.
That's it, man. That's the way we, as a team. Man, a lot of you guys
drive the car right off the cliff and then back up.
It's okay. You know what? This is how you know we're semi-professional, because we're able to fix something that we broke. By we mean Bell. Because Ken and I could do nothing about that.
Actually, I should have just done the tease.
Well, I tried to say something. I thought you were going to stop, and you were joking, and then you just went. And then Bell and I were like, woo! It was great.
Yeah, I'll take my lumps when I screw up.
Patrick Swayze, she's like the wind for the one-hit wonder.
Yes, that's right. That's a great one-hit wonder.
Oh, my Lord. Nobody puts baby in the corner. You know,
Nobody.
I do, 40-year-old man messing around with my 16-year-old daughter, you weirdo. When you look back at that movie, you think, oof, it doesn't fit today, but it was the 50s. So, but that was a great, she's like
that was set in the 50s?
Yeah, I think it was set in the 50s.
I think it was set in the 50s.
Oh,
yes.
wow. I'd never noticed that before.
Yeah. If I ever went anywhere and there was people broke out in song and dance, I'd run. Unless, like that kind of song and dance. Like a musical.
So you're not a big fan of being in a flash mob or anything?
No. You know what? You guys maybe have seen this. There is one like song thing that's out there right now. It is Queen. It is what you consider a flash mob. It's different though. That's a flash mob, right? Because it's people singing Bohemian Rhapsody. So it's like in a European village. And I'm telling you guys, it is so amazing. Like the windows, it looks like a little, everybody's in the square and these windows open up and these people come out and they start singing Bohemian Rhapsody. And then the windows above them come open and then another people come out. And then all of a sudden you see these people that are like reading books. They pick up instruments and they start playing. And it is incredible to watch. And this Irish guy with red hair flaming out of his eyes. He's look crazy. He sounds just like Freddie. Just incredible. But no, I would never do anything other than that. There's a movie out. We like talking about movies and pop culture here on our show. That is, I think it's on Netflix, and it stars one of the Peels. I think it's Key. He and his girlfriend get stuck in a world that's a musical. They walk over a bridge on accident, and they hate musicals. And it is hilarious. It is hilarious.
That dude cracks me up.
Oh,
man.
he is so funny. Have you seen Key and Peele? Did you see their movie about the cat?
No.
It was kind of like John Wick, but it was with a cat. It is so hilarious. It's a full movie, too. It's great. A lot of you guys chiming in on One Hit Wonder Wednesday. Mississippi Queen by Mountain. Respect Yourself by Bruce Willis.
That's right, Bruce Willis.
Corey Hart, I think, had one more hit. So, because I wear my sunglasses tonight. Somebody's seen the flash mob. Bohemian Rhapsody, you guys have seen it. It's incredible. If you guys have not seen it. Terry Jacks, Season in the Sun.
Oh, yeah.
The Year 2525 by Zager and Evans.
Yes, I freaking love that song. Very psychedelic.
Skilo, If I Was a Baller. If I was a baller. A little bit taller. Oh, that is such a great song. Skilo. That is so awesome. That is really, if you guys ever heard that song, that is a perfect one-hit wonder. If I was a baller.
Wish I was taller. I wish I was a baller.
Oh, that is so awesome. So it's one-hit wonder tomorrow. We did our hot takes earlier. Many of you agree with me about Pink Floyd. Eddie Murphy, My Girl Wants to Party All the Time.
Yep.
Was great. Do you remember the other song that he had that was so awful?
No.
Boogie in Your Butt?
Oh, yeah.
It's a boogie in your butt.
Yeah, in all fairness, though, that was really a Rick James record that he was just singing lead on.
Yeah, that was so funny, though. That was so funny. Put a dinosaur bone in your butt.
No, I mean,
bone in your
party all the time. My Girl Wants to Party All the Time. That was a Rick James record that he sang lead on, even though it was under his name.
I'm Rick James.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. It was so awesome. If you've never seen Chappelle, Cisco, the thong song.
Cisco.
Oh, my God. That's right.
I was in a Memphis radio station visiting a program director, and he came in to do an interview. And like an idiot, he left his cell phone. He was charging it, and he left it up front in the lobby.
Yeah.
And somebody that was there to get an autograph, there was a crowd of like maybe 15 people. One of them stole it.
Oh. That is so awesome. Ram Jam. We did Ram Jam already, which is a great one. So many good ones. Somebody asked us White Girl Wednesday. Oh, yeah, we've got so many from her. You have no... We've had so many from her that, like, I could do a month of White Girl Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah. She's spectacular. She is. She's been on fire lately, too. So let you guys know that. Bullet Boys, smooth to you.
Oh, yeah, Bullet Boys.
Yeah.
Smooth up in ya.
Oh, yeah. There's Rockwell. Somebody watching me. That should be Palantir's new song. I saw that Trump, did you see what Trump just said? He told Zelensky, you guys should try to take back all of your land.
Yeah, he says, in fact, he says they can.
Well,
Trump says he believes Ukraine can win back all of its territory.
How do you think that happens? Just out of curiosity, I'm curious. Like I'm spitballing here, Trump. Show me how that's happening. We've run out of people. We have 60-year-olds and pregnant women fighting at this point in time. And while the weapons are amazing, and this shows you how pissed he is at Putin.
Yeah, because
Putin doesn't care.
He's changed his tone.
Because Putin played him, and Putin's not afraid of him.
The odd thing is, though, everybody talks about Ukraine being on the ropes, but every time they say that, all of a sudden they get some decisive victory somewhere. Like they destroyed one of their drone factories, Russia's drone factories yesterday.
And now with them, and they're testing. They've gone over to Estonia. They've done some stuff. Today they were over Oslo with drones or whatever. They're pushing the envelope to see. I talked to my buddy Mike Lyons, military analyst today, and he and I were chatting about this. He said, 4 or 5 weeks ago, I would have said, no, but now Putin doesn't respect him, and it's evident that he is probing. He wants to see what we're willing to do. Would we be willing to back up Article 5, especially if they did something like Estonia, or if they went through Belarus and tried to, even though Ukraine's not it, just said, hey, we're heading straight to Kyiv now. What would we do? And, like Trump came out today and he said, look, Europe's got to stop buying stuff. Yeah, they do, except for the fact that it's still about India. India doesn't care. And China doesn't care. We've talked about this. China doesn't care. They're going to feed their people, and they're going to keep them clothed and warm.
Yep.
It's going to happen. So I don't know how you think that there would be a way to take back all that land. How you would go about doing it. Because that's going to what that takes is men that you don't have. Even if we could supply you with stuff, that is men that you don't have. And he doesn't have a military worth a damn. He has bodies. That's it. You're going to the front to die. You're not going to the front for anything other than that. And the thought that you could take it back, and he also told NATO to shoot down anything that flies over your country, which I don't have a problem with. If you're flying over somebody's airspace like that,
especially under the circumstances where he's probing for reactions.
Yes.
It's like, okay, fly into our airspace. Here's our reaction.
And he wants to see if NATO is willing to step up. And maybe this is the kick in the grundle he needs. Or maybe he takes it as something a little bit more, provocative and say, okay, that's what you're going to do. Fine. But you went over Oslo today. By the way, Norway is not in this fight. Norway is not fighting you at all. So very interesting indeed. One Hit Wonder Wednesday tomorrow. Our hot takes. We're going to do our We Got White Girl Wednesday. She's off the chain. I don't even know what to say at this point in time. She's crazy fun. And of course, today was Hot Take Tuesday. Belle, what was your hot take?
Peas are a garbage food and they ruin any dish they're put into.
Yeah. That's what he thinks. I know.
Except if you put ketchup on them.
Ketchup, like mayonnaise, is a savor of all things, as we all know. Ken, yours?
Spiders get a bad reputation just because they look spooky and creepy.
Is it the arms?
It is.
Right.
And the fact that they'll bite you.
Yeah, and they're fuzzy.
But they're really actually, you know what spider I actually do like, and I will actually play with them?
What?
Those little jumping spiders.
Oh, yeah.
I love those little fat jumping spiders.
Those are cool.
They've never bit me.
Yeah. I've had tons of tarantulas, having exotic pets and whatnot throughout my life.
They never bit you, did they?
No, I never got bit by. Now, there was one, I had a Goliath bird eater. Yeah. Which is the big Brazilian
That's a big
spider.
Boy. Yeah.
I would not touch her for anything in the world. I wouldn't. She liked rats.
She had an attitude.
Yes. And even when you'd go to feed her, she would shoot off her little hairs in the back and stuff.
Oh,
She had a bad attitude.
That's dangerous.
Yeah,
man.
she was not a friendly. She was gorgeous. But, all the rest of I've had just about everything. Same thing. I did it yesterday because that guy that got eaten by the tiger. I did a show because I've had all these exotic, and everybody was asking me, Chad, what kind of pet cat could you have? I'm like, first of all, don't get a pet cat, a big one like that. Secondly, if you were forced to get one, you get a cheetah. 'Cause you can train them. They can become almost like kittens. But still, there's so many exotic animals you can get out there. And I'll tell you what, you know what else is amazing? Scorpions.
Ooh,
you get emperor scorpions. Those are awesome.
I wouldn't touch those.
Those are great. And you know what's neat about them, too? And you put them in the black light, and they're green. It's awesome.
Love It First Sting was their best album.
Yeah, Scorpions. That was a good one. That's the band I saw the other day that was awful.
Really?
Where?
Oh, they were on, like, one of the YouTube. He's all, Park.
Oh, man. Klaus Meine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he have something wrong with his throat anyways a long time ago?
He's actually had surgery for nodules more than once.
Yeah. So,
man, that Love at First Sting, that was a hell of an album.
Yeah.
I mean, I wore that cassette out.
That was a good album. That was.
Actually got to see them in Munich, which is their hometown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it massive? That feels like one of those places where they're like playing Olympic Stadium and there's like 100,000 people there.
They were playing in the arena, but it was jam packed.
Were they good then?
It was probably, I would say it was probably a 25,000 seat arena.
Yeah, they were. Take me. They were awesome. He had a voice. But here's the thing about those bands, those hard rock bands, they have those voices that are amazing. But man, I feel like there's a limited shelf life with that kind of music. That voice where you can stretch it so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, coming up, we're going to wrap it up. We got the welcome mat coming on in here. And again, One Hit Wonder Wednesday. You can tweet at me all day at Chad Benson Show. And let me know what your one hit wonder is for tomorrow. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.
race.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a personality that's going to win.
No, not at all. Not at all, baby. We were actually talking real stuff there. Look at you, sharp-dressed man, today.
Hello.
You look like you go bowling in the 50s or on a yacht. Either way, you're a winner.
Either way, I feel like a winner. I feel good. I put this shirt on this morning. I said to myself, Chad's going to like this shirt.
Love it. Fantastic.
That's what I'm doing now. That's where my life is. I'm getting dressed in the morning, wondering if Chad's going to approve.
And looking skinny.
Yeah, he is, man. I tell you what.
I don't know. I don't think I'm losing any more weight. I want to.
That shirt's from the American Institute of Designer Shirts.
The American Institute of Designer Shirts.
AIDS.
Belle's way of complimenting someone.
Yeah.
This is Belle's way, okay? And I know Headless Belle. You know Headless Belle.
Yes.
We love Headless Belle.
We do.
You have to know him is to love him. His way of complimenting me, this is like 2 weeks ago. He goes, "Hey, do you have AIDS?" I said, "What?" He said, "You heard me." I said, "What does that mean?" He goes, "You're skinny." I was like, "Belle, don't say that."
So, and you got the 80s AIDS. It's a different kind.
Mm-hmm. Is that accurate?
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So let me tell you what happened yesterday. Big boss, Allison, comes up here, and she goes, "Hey, guys, how you doing?" Belle turns around and goes, "Look at you. You're looking fit and thin and trim."
Oh, my, what?
That's what he says. And she goes, and he looks at her and he goes, he goes, "Don't worry, you don't have to lie." She goes, "Good, because I don't want to lie."
That's awesome.
Oh, goodness.
You look awful. That's what you wanted to say.
That's it. But
you look like Belle.
What are you talking about today?
Obviously we're going have you ever had one of those days where there's something that you want to talk about and you're not quite ready to be able to talk about it, but you have to, at least you're so excited about talking about it, you have to address it. There's something that is going on in Tennessee politics that I don't know what to do with it except to talk about it. And I'm going to try to figure out a way to do that.
So it's...
I'm being so cryptic right now.
Is it not... Do you feel like you have to add some more ingredients to it to make it perfect, or is it...
I feel like I need a few more pieces of information to add to the pot in order to create something that is consumable on air. Otherwise, I might get accused of... I don't want to jump the gun on any of this.
Okay. You want to make sure you measure twice, cut once.
There are salacious rumors.
Oh, I love those.
Going on right now involving
those.
Tennessee politics.
Oh, yeah.
On Capitol Hill, involving people in the General Assembly. And it's insane right now.
This. Oh, I feel like there's all kinds of good stuff.
There's so much good, Chad, you don't even know.
Oh, people are having affairs. There's sex going on. It's all happening. They're adults, though.
They're grown people.
They're grown people. They get their freak on.
This is America.
Yep.
Do what you want. Mind your own. But when people start getting fired or reassigned.
Oh. Maybe you just
it's the Nixon doctrine. The Nixon doctrine, Matt Murphy Nixon doctrine. It's not what Nixon did that caused him to resign. It's the cover-up.
Cover-up always get you. Right?
So that's where I'm
get you.
That's where I'm starting.
Maybe you just sprinkle like an appetizer.
Get a little something.
Little something. Just and then say, and just bring it back every once in a while, and then say, "Come on, baby birds," and then really hit them hard.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right, Matt's got it. The salaciousness straight ahead, and One Hit Wonder Wednesday tomorrow. You guys have a good one.
$3 o'clock on the dot.